So let's just jump into it.
Yeah, we're not going.
Fucking introduction.
Yeah, we're not gonna do the intro no more because I don't like how it sounds. Like
it's corny. Let's be real.
It's corny.
It's corny.
Yeah.
So that being said, my name is Roger, aka Roger the Beast. This is Cousin P. We got two guests here. First guest, Scooby, who admittedly we've done dirty.
Scooby's back.
Scooby is back.
Look, I'm actually on the camera.
He's on it. Wave to the camera. Wave to your mom. Say hi, mom.
I hope my mom don't
He's
see
not
this.
going.
And then we got, as I like to call him, the most interesting man ever, Jody Frody.
I brought my I can't say what, but I am very interesting.
You know what? He is.
That was good.
And we're just gonna jump into shit. Question: Disney male characters that y'all think can beat you up, and that you guys can beat up.
So anybody who can get the hands.
Anyone who can get the hands or will give the hands to you. Be honest now.
It's only the male characters.
It's only the male characters. I'm not gonna. We don't support domestic violence, so we're not
I
gonna.
don't know. I mean, look. If they non-binary, they can get the hands too.
Unless it's that strong ass woman from Encanto, because she'll whip y'all ass.
There we go. So she counts.
What about Mrs. Incredible? Is she coming at you with her elasticity?
Yeah, she can get the hands
She'll
too.
choke your ass out if you're not careful.
Something else will happen in Miss
Oh my
Incredible.
god.
Here we go.
Miss Incredible can get something else.
No.
Let's not worry about the hands.
Yeah, it's not the hands part that she can get, but
Okay.
something
First
below the
character
belt.
that's getting the hands. Dash. I'm putting the hands on Dash.
Dash. You got to catch it
Catch
first.
him while he's running.
I ain't gonna lie. I
You
got a
gonna catch
list
him?
here. Dash was not on my list, and I didn't.
Okay,
even think
well I'm
about
throwing
that.
him out there.
Okay.
Dash is getting these hands.
He's going under the bus.
I'll
How
punch
you gonna
kid.
catch him?
You just wait till him to run by. Gah.
That'd be incredible.
Hold him up. Hold him up. He can't run.
That's the day he runs into
Little feet are going in.
Yeah, I'm gonna chase him. I just got predicted.
You right? Catch him. You little leprechaun.
Who are you? Bro? Fucking Spider-Man? You know he's coming at you where he's gonna hit you from?
You can see his trail. He leaves like a little red trail. I know where he's coming, and he can't really change.
That's just the effect in the cartoon.
he can't
You
really
don't know.
change
Yeah, you're
directions like that. And
So,
plus,
We did see that in the cartoon.
This
Yeah,
isn't
he
a
could.
Disney
never
character, but you hitting the Flash then if that's the case?
if I'm in I'm smoking the Flash too. He can get these hands too.
He's going to swing.
Okay,
That's cap. You ain't getting the Flash. The Flash is a little bit more.
If Batman can give Flash the hands, then I can give Flash.
You're not Batman. Let's
Batman.
Be real.
Are you saying
So
in
you
the
can
right
Are you
Batman
saying
the
you have the
hands?
same mindset as Batman? You're Bruce. Like,
Bro, you don't even know.
if you had money, you
He on
could
the
be
same
Batman
level.
right now.
I'm like Travis Scott, except for
Okay. Anyways, we're moving on. We're moving on to the actual people that are on
the list.
the list.
The list.
First character, Simba.
Bruh. What's he gonna do?
I didn't know we was fighting heroes. See, I went with Scar. I said Scar can get the hands.
That old
Y'all
lion.
putting, you putting the hands on Simba?
What age? If he's a little baby, little
No,
kitten lion.
grown. This is grown ass Simba.
We're talking
Oh,
gross.
what am I gonna do
King
with a lion?
Simba.
Slap him? I mean, he's gonna.
You know,
Are you winning or losing?
Flick him in the nose.
did you hear about the story about the guy who got in a fight with a lion, and he came out and he won?
Well, he put his finger up his butt. Give him the old phone.
No, he took a knife to it, but still, he still won.
Yeah.
He still won.
All right. Oh yeah.
So,
do we
see,
have a knife?
y'all can no. You
We're
guys just
talking
have your
hands.
hands.
I was like, is
Yeah,
it bare
hell no.
hands?
He's gonna
Straight
bite.
hands.
He's gonna bite that shit
The
off.
Simba got that one.
Yeah, exactly.
I said none of us are fighting.
This is a
lions.
bare knuckle fighting.
The only hands he's getting is the one he bit off. And
So he is getting the hands. He's just
Baby,
gonna eat
baby
'em.
Simba can get it.
Okay, next character, Beast.
Come on, Rod.
He said, "Come on, Rod."
Is that a no?
No one's no.
What if you trick him? What if you become his beauty?
You went in a different direction. with
Okay.
that.
Look,
Hey, you just get you get
give
in.
him the hands.
For me, I said so. Who getting the hands? Captain Gantu from Lilo and Stitch.
My man's going off topic. I'm naming people, bruh.
Oh, are you naming people?
Because you
It's
keep
either-
naming
it's-
people who's obviously gonna fuck us up.
Oh, I'm about to get to the ones where I think y'all can win.
Come on,
Oh,
man.
you gonna give us a
Throw me a
chance?
fish, Rod.
He comes out with
Throw you a fish?
Hercules.
Okay.
Throw me a bone.
Piglet.
Man. Piglet. I'm stomping that motherfucker out.
Stop that thing.
You beating the shit out of Piglet.
Let's go.
Damn.
Let's go. Now, well, I mean, if
just give him a little
Piglet's
slap.
coming at you, I guess, yeah. But like,
You don't gotta stop him, man. You give him
Wait,
a back.
wait. You approaching this with a conscience, Coop? So if Piglet, okay.
I'm just imagining
Here's the scenario.
In self-defense.
Here's the scenario. Every character that we talk about wants to give you the hands.
oh, okay, yeah.
So Piglet is coming at you. He's trying to give you the hands. You gonna let him give you hands because he's Piglet?
Nah. I assumed that it was just like we running up on somebody, giving them the hand. But like, you run up on Piglet. He's assuming we jump him up. You was talking shit, Piglet. Sit there.
I heard you were talking shit.
Fuck. That's hella funny. See, if that was the case, then none of these motherfuckers. I'm not running up on Beast.
You gonna catch him off guard?
I'm like, hey, bitch, what's up? I heard you
Big
was talking.
motherfucker.
All right, here's my next one. Woody.
Woody's getting hands.
Oh, are we toy size? Because shit.
Yes. And this.
Toy
Oh,
size?
so you toy size? Yeah, still
toy size.
Woody.
Absolutely.
No, I'm one of those plastic toys.
I'll make him beat
Woody's made out
himself
of
up
cloth.
with his weak ass little claw
Here's one
arms.
that's kind of like, kind of mid. You guys might beat him up. You guys might get your ass whooped. That's Peter Pan.
He's got that flight. He's
Yeah,
good at
I
fighting.
feel like Peter would. Doesn't he sword fight too? Does he have weapons and
You
we
see-
ain't got weapons?
No, this is
It'll
y'all,
bare
y'all
hands.
both
Just
are
throwing
just
hands.
throwing hands. Yeah, that'd be unfair.
Can
if I-
he-
Can he
if I
fly?
hit him.
He can fly too.
He has all his abilities except his little sword. Meaning, if Tinkerbell's around, y'all be able to
Hey,
fight
look,
too.
Honestly,
you snag her ass out the
You
air.
can get it. Yeah, Peter Pan. He's getting the hands because you literally like
Without
that fight
his
ain't
sword?
nothing. Like
He's also a child, so I mean,
I don't care.
I don't care. His
Hey,
hands,
exactly. No, that's
Equal-
exactly
equal
my
opportunity.
point, though.
Yeah,
Equal opportunity. I don't care.
He's coming at us.
These hands is rated E
You gonna
for
fly
everyone.
my way? This is a no-fly zone, Peter.
Okay, Captain Hook,
Yeah, Hook's getting the hands. That's nothing.
Rip his damn hook off and shit.
Aladdin.
Aladdin's getting the hands.
He's riff-raff, dude. Street rat.
That's nothing. That's light work.
Tarzan.
No, Tarzan too
nah.
wild. He
Tarzan,
fight gorillas.
He fight gorillas.
Tarzan literally was raised by gorilla. Nah, I'm
Quite
cool.
literally.
Oh, what was that? What was that line from that mystical freestyle? You catch me in the forest with a lion, or catch me in the forest with the bear. Take the bear.
Take the bad.
Or what was he say? Save the bear or some shit like that. Oh yeah, you see me in the forest with a bear. Save the bear.
Save the bear.
Oh shit, nah.
What about John Smith?
Who's that?
That's Pocahontas, yeah?
Yeah, Pocahontas' boo.
Man, he a little bitch. When's the last time y'all saw Pocahontas?
Dog.
He doesn't
when I
even
was a
he doesn't
child.
even fight in the movie. He
That's
just
I was like, can
He
he
just
even
falls
fight?
for some-
Because I was little when I saw
Yeah, I was gonna say
Pocahontas.
that's a crazy question. Now thinking
like,
about it,
I don't
was
think he
can
fights a single time.
Did he fight?
I think he gets his ass whooped. To be honest,
Like,
he's
he's in one
injured.
fight
Yeah,
and
by
then he
the-
gets injured
by the
and
brother,
left.
right?
I don't even know who. I haven't
That's
seen
how
that. movie
No, I think
since
it's by
was a child.
Pocahontas' brother, because he wasn't having.
There is a
that.
point where not
had
brother,
a
but
brother.
it was the Native American guy, right? that
Oh no,
gonna-
it was the guy who was going to marry her.
He was going to marry
It wasn't her
Pocahontas.
brother.
He wanted to marry Pocahontas, and then she was like, "I like this white guy instead," right? And then he went and stabbed the shit out of him, and she was like, "I like him so much more now." It was a big mess for him. It was a big mess.
That's kind of racist.
I don't think
If
he
you
got in a
think about
single.
it-
That was the only fight he got in, and he just got his ass whooped completely. He was like, "Oh Lord, I'm dying."
They're not showing Pocahontas any love. Now
So
thinking
you,
about
so you
it.
whipping John Smith's ass?
Yeah, I'm doing that for the
Easily.
culture.
You could probably sneeze on John Smith. He's
Native
doing it.
American folks, I stand with you. Whooping that
What
ass.
about Bambi?
Oh yeah, Bambi is a guy.
He get you with
Bambi
that
is a
kick.
boy.
He can do that
You
horse kick.
You thought it was a girl?
Yeah.
I keep forgetting.
All you gotta do is avoid the back two legs.
Yeah,
and you be
don't
alright.
get kicked.
You know what
Don't
I'm
get
saying?
donkey kicked.
Yeah,
by
we're
him.
talking Bambi. Well,
He's got horns.
Adult Bambi got antlers.
We've never seen
yeah.
adult Bambi though, so it doesn't really count.
Yes, you have seen adult Bambi.
I never seen adult
And
Bambi.
Bambi 2, Electric Boogaloo.
No, and
Is there even a Bambi too?
There is a Bambi 2.
in Bambi 1, Bambi grows up.
Does he? I mean,
Yes.
he's like a teen, though. I don't think he's a...
Is that okay? Quick question, off topic.
ahead.
Is that the most fucked up intro to a movie ever? I mean, think about it.
Right,
Bambi's
yeah,
mom,
No.
his mom just
Bambi's
gets got.
mom gets
No,
caught.
You know what the most fucked up intro, but also
Don't say up, because
no, not but also
I thought he was gonna go
the
there.
best intro. I'm telling you, go back and watch it. Watch the what's that? The Hunchback of Notre Dame. That's one of the most fucked up intros. Think about it. He
I don't
kills
remember it.
he kills his parents.
Yeah.
Then he decides to take him.
y'all putting hands on Quasimodo.
And then he puts him in a fucking tower to be raised by himself,
As a
essentially.
slave.
As a slave.
Quasimodo.
a bell slave.
Exactly.
Shout out to Quasimodo. You're
He's
a real
But
one.
honestly, you watch
And he
that
bagged it.
intro again.
Bagged
That
it.
intro goes hard, dude. The music,
That
Caldi
whole
and all
movie,
that
that's
shit.
always been one of my favorites. That
Yeah.
movie, he's one of the best villains. What's the guy's name?
I just had it up, but I didn't add him on my list.
He's
but
a little bastard.
Dude,
God
his name is right there
damn.
on the tip of my tongue.
I can tell you guys. where's
He's
my
dirty.
phone's right
Was it
here.
like Jean Claude or something?
It is something.
It's something
like that.
French, yeah, 'cause
Yeah.
it's all based in.
Saint Jean
It-
Claude.
man, he's wild.
Yeah.
He really
And he's
like,
kind of like
does
he
some
kind of had
crazy
rapey
shit.
vibes. Think about it. 'Cause
Very
remember-
not
No,
vibes.
no,
He
you
really
can't
wants to
say
save
that.
that girl.
Okay, we'll bleep it out again.
He really wants to do non-consensual
What
things.
is it
Can we
with
put some
you
trigger
and that?
warnings in here?
Yes. Like, what is it with you and saying this is the second episode?
It's just fucking what it is, man. Dude,
He sang a whole song about it, didn't he? I
Yeah.
feel like it was like about temptation.
But then yes, that's what I'm saying. Like he wanted
Like-
to kill Esmeralda, but at the same time he wanted to hit
The
cheeks.
guy Claudio Ferrolo or whatever.
Yeah, Frollo. Yeah,
Even
yeah,
his
he wanted
design.
I think he was jealous that he couldn't smash cheeks.
he was pissed that he couldn't, and she was just like his ultimate like turn on. His ideal woman, and he can't do anything about it.
But she
She's
was like the
she's
devil.
got to die.
Yeah, the whole
obviously.
song was about her being the devil or some shit.
She's a devil. Look how good she looks, and she dresses well.
Okay. All right, let's get back on to who y'all can be who would put hands on you and who you guys would. Dopey?
Dopey.
Dopey.
One of the
seven
dwarves.
Yeah, of all the seven dwarves.
You want Dopey?
I'm asking.
Dopey probably got stupid hair.
That's exactly why I put him
That's
on.
where he really got the name.
Probably got stupid.
Oh, you think he's dumb? Oh,
Dummy hair.
He'll,
just got
he'll show you how
dummy
dumb he is.
you gonna learn today. we used to call him Dope Man.
Dopey. Y'all putting hands on Dopey?
I mean, what if they all had backstories, like some fucked up
Yeah,
ass
some
backstories?
crazy ass like.
Like how they got their names?
Yeah, like angry,
Grumpy.
like the Grumpy was actually a happy person once, right?
Until-
And then something fucked up happened, and he became grumpy.
What was the doctor's name? Wasn't there one that's like a doctor or some shit?
I was like, Happy's on antidepressants. That's why.
Yeah, right.
Dude.
That's what's giving.
that's the whole thing.
Dark truth behind Snow White.
That's the skit. That's the fucking skit. That's the skit.
What they don't want you to know.
The doctor was like a fucking Jack the Ripper or something.
Sleepy
God.
is addicted to Xanax.
Yep. Oh shit.
They actually have books and shit about like the Disney movies that have like fucked up backgrounds. Like
Oh,
I think
like the Grimm's-
Snow White, they
Grimm's
have,
Tales
like
or
yeah,
whatever?
Well, yeah, like the original Snow White was like very rated X, rated R. Damn,
Wait, rated
like,
X?
Oh, wait.
Yeah, pretty, well, it was like
Snow
rated-
White was rated X.
It was
You
like
know-
it
you
was
know
more
what
like it
rated
was more
X
like
is?
it was more like TVMA. It was like
Snow
there,
White
because
the
there was
porno.
one because I guess
Oh, what she doing with
So-
those seven dwarves?
Nah, so in the book, no, it was either Snow White or Sleeping Beauty, one of them.
Okay.
But the
I don't
how
know.
the prince wakes her is not by kissing her.
Oh,
He
God.
he like
Oh, hit that. Oh my God.
He did that
Hit
thing.
that. Oh my God.
That's fucking crazy.
We gotta do it again. Just
that
for,
shit's
just 'cause
crazy. You
that
can
is
look
crazy.
you can look the book up. I don't know.
That's wild.
That's wild.
Yeah.
I know it's called Wake Her Up.
Okay.
That's fucking crazy. I don't want to hear it.
You know what?
Well, who's that? Prince?
No more.
Let's change
mute your mic.
directions.
You can't
okay. Speaking of Disney, have any of you guys seen the new Thor: Love and Thunder trailer?
Yeah, I watched
I
that
have,
earlier
yeah.
today. Yeah.
Thoughts?
I'm in.
It
I like
looks-
Thor anyway. So.
It looks fun.
It looks like yeah,
like it
where
looks
are they
like it's gonna
take
be a fun movie. Kind of like Ragnarok was. Ragnarok
Yes.
was really
I
fun.
loved
Yeah.
Ragnarok.
Yep. That's kind of like I don't know if it's gonna. I don't know. How much did Ragnarok actually add to the story, like to the MCU line?
It didn't add.
It didn't really
nothing
add
at
anything.
all except the very
The
end.
very end.
Right.
Yeah. 'Cause-
So do you
But
think
it
Love
didn't need to. It, honestly,
think it's-
Ragnarok didn't need to add anything. to
Yeah,
the
it's
MCU,
more of
in
just
my
like
opinion.
It was like
getting
a
the
standalone.
character more. Like you're
It
really
was.
getting more
That's
character
basically what it
development.
is.
What it
Character
is.
development for Thor.
So I feel like Love and Thunder is going to be the same exact thing.
Yes.
More
That's
character
totally
development.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's exactly what it looks like. They're
honestly,
going for.
I think the
I
bigger
think-
point of Love and Thunder is to introduce a female Thor.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think it's going to be
they
character
are gonna
development
like
there.
pass the torch in a way.
And I think, honestly, I mean, yeah, I guess more to your point, I think that is a good thing because if the MCU keeps going in the direction that they're going, then they're going to be introducing all these characters that a lot of people don't really know about, right? Think about it. Everyone knew who Captain America was. Everyone knew who Iron Man was. But a lot of people didn't know who Moon Knight is, right? And the
The
thing
only reason I knew Moon Knight is from the Marvel
Ultimate Alliance
games.
2.
yeah, but
Yeah.
Oh,
but-
he was in Ultimate Alliance 1 too.
Oh really? I only played 2. I started at 2. I played 2 and 3. But yeah.
I
Yeah.
forgot about 3.
But there's a lot of
On the Switch,
characters in this new like phase that they're going to be like introducing. we had Iron Man 1 and Iron Man 2 before we saw the Avengers. We had Thor 1, we had Thor 2 before we saw the Avengers. I think we had 3 Captain Americas.
No.
It was 2, and then
Okay,
the
so
third
yeah,
came
so
after.
they all had.
No, actually.
Didn't it?
Yes, they did.
The
swear it
second
did.
one too?
No, the
second
third
one-
came after.
2 was
No,
Winter
There were
Soldier.
2 before.
Yeah, 2 was the Winter
Avengers.
Soldier.
But that came out before the Avengers?
No.
Didn't it?
That no,
came
no,
out
no. That came out after, yeah.
That came out
Okay,
after.
well,
That's what, yeah, because they were even talking about if they should talk to Tony about when at the end. Remember?
That's right.
Yeah, but they still had. I mean, like they still had character development movies, and like I
Yeah.
think some of these other characters they need not just shows, because I don't think the shows do a good enough job yet of actually like telling you the story of who they were. I think the movies do a way better job than that.
I
So,
like
yeah,
what they're doing though with the shows as far as like introducing certain characters
Yeah,
new, like in
Like Kate
WandaVision.
Bishop,
Kate Bishop, WandaVision, Monica Rambeau. Which, by the way, I think everyone had a feeling when she first got introduced.
that she was.
She was,
yeah,
She was one chick's daughter from Captain Marvel.
yeah.
But that being said, with Love and Thunder, back onto that, do you guys like the fact that the Guardians of the Galaxy are making an appearance in that? And how much of a role do you think they will have
It's gonna be short.
in the actual movie?
I bet you it'll be short.
It's gonna. Yeah.
It'll be like a something at the
Well,
beginning.
they showed
and
two
then
different
something at
scenes
the-
with them.
Because that's what I'm saying.
I
It'll
feel
be
like-
something at the beginning, and then
It'll be like Iron Man cameo and Spider-Man, like
Yeah.
that type of. I feel
Like
like,
more of
constant
a-
cameos? Because he
Yeah.
showed up a
Yeah,
few times.
Well, he like, what was it in
Speaking of another trailer that
Homecoming?
disappointed me, by the way.
Let's call it. I think Homecoming. It'll be probably like as many times like you saw him in Homecoming. That's how many times we'll
where
see
it's
him.
like he's
the Guardians.
reaching
Is
out.
Homecoming the first Spider-Man?
I think so.
Yeah,
The
Homecoming
one,
is the first
with
one.
Tom Holland. Yeah.
So y'all remember in the last episode we talked about trailers a little bit.
Yeah.
And how disappointed I was with Infinity War trailer because they did my man Hulk dirty.
Yeah.
And then you just reminded me of something. The Homecoming trailer, they showed the awesome shot of Iron Man and Spider-Man looking like they're going into battle
Yeah.
with each other, and that never showed up in the movie.
Fuck trailers.
You know how
man.
much that pissed me
That's what I'm
off?
telling you.
Yeah, I don't remember that.
You don't remember that?
I don't remember
They
that.
do
It
that
was at
shit
the very
all
end
the
of the
time.
first trailer they showed,
it?
and it was just like, oh shit, he about to get help.
You're like, oh shit, what? And then no.
Which at the end of the day, I'm kind of glad that that wasn't the case.
I was like, because it kind of would have made it seem like, oh,
Parker-
Spider-Man can't
ex-
handle his own, and then Iron Man shows
Exactly.
up to
Little
save
baby
the day,
boy.
Right.
and then it becomes an
Exactly.
Iron Man film.
Yeah. Right.
exactly. Which maybe that's why they didn't do it. You know,
Yeah.
I'm excited about that movie.
I think it's gonna
Which
be-
one? Love and Thunder.
Yeah,
Yeah, I am too. Like we talked about even on episode 2 with just you, Jody. It was like I think the MCU is going in the right direction. I think this new phase is going to open people's minds to the fact that Marvel's more than just Spider-Man, Iron Man, Thor, and Captain America.
That's I love
what
that
I mean?
too. Yeah, that they're getting away from the main hitters, so to speak.
And they're going to introduce Marvel Zombies and do a Walking Dead crossover because Marvel Zombies does exist. They have
Yeah.
that album. They have that.
that
out
What
there.
If was hella dope though. That episode of What If.
What If
Did
was
you see
dope.
that show? That episode?
Yeah, I saw the episode, but then I also have the comic book,
really?
the zombies one. Yeah, it was X-Men. It was X-Men Zombies, which was that one's kind of fucking crazy.
X-Men and MCU when? Am I right?
It's coming.
It is coming.
When? Let's go.
They're
dude.
supposed
Chop,
to
chop.
introduce it in as part of this phase.
Do you think they're going to start over?
Let's go. They have
New
to.
characters?
Kind
Or
of.
Yes.
like new.
Do you
like,
think
what
they're
mean,
gonna start over with new
New
characters?
actors is what I mean. Sorry.
New
They're gonna have
actors,
new actors.
and then tell the backstory again.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think that's the right thing to do.
The only other way they can spin it is if they really go deeper into the whole multiverse thing and but I don't want that. I'd rather have new characters. Unfortunately, that means I would rather have a new Wolverine.
I was gonna say that too.
So do you think like Multiverse Madness is gonna like introduce?
Yes, because there's rumors that Professor X is in that.
I feel like it's gonna introduce the old like the previous X-Men, but then like also take it back to a world where there's like this universe, the universe that we're seeing their X-Men is gonna be
Yeah,
all
different
right.
people.
different people. Yeah.
Yep. And that's what I'm here for.
like the
Yeah.
same characters, but yeah, like
I want to see new actors.
that thing.
Give them a shot.
Me
There's
too.
definitely gonna be a new. If they bring back Wolverine, it's gonna be a different.
Who's gonna play
Because he
Wolverine?
already said he's not. He's done.
Who?
Who could take it? He's been Wolverine. He is Wolverine.
It would be a good Wolverine. As like
I
They
forgot.
have
who
to
they-
legit just go multiverse.
Harry Styles. No joking.
Hey, he'll nail it. Dude.
That shit fucking joke.
Who can? That's a great question. Who can? Who do you think can pull it off?
It's got to be somebody kind of young too, because
It doesn't.
know,
necessarily-
they're gonna
no.
wanna-
That's actually not true.
You don't think so?
Because Wolverine is technically hella old.
Technically true. Yeah, he
So
is
it doesn't
old
have
as
to be
shit.
someone
No,
young.
But it could be
But if
earlier
they tell
on
the
in his
story, yeah,
shit,
I want a middle-aged.
That's what I'm
Wolverine.
just saying. Like it doesn't
know
have
who-
to be someone that's like a 18, 19 to 20-year-old.
You know who I think could do it?
Who?
I don't know how to pronounce his name, but he is in a show called Mr. Robot. He played Freddie Mercury in
No.
in that.
Sorry.
That guy?
No,
Hell no.
what was it Rami?
I know who you're talking about.
You
but
don't think he could play him?
I mean, I don't think he can play him. I think he can. I just don't want to see him play him.
he's not the
We're gonna do
choice.
one of those things. See, that's like my biggest beef with like superhero movies is the fans get way too involved about who the actor should be, right? So then when they finally cast somebody, I swear there's never a good enough actor. They're always pissed off about it. Like, oh, this person can't play him. I wanted so and so to play him. He looks more like so and so than he does. Like when they casted the new Joker. You know, they wanted William Dafoe to
that's
play him
right.
so bad. And the fact that they didn't get that, they were all butthurt about it. Who gives a fuck?
Like,
Like, who cares?
you're just gonna
Like,
ruin your own outlook on the product before you've even seen it.
exactly.
Like, at least give them a chance. Oh well, they went with this person. Like, check it out. But
I don't know.
at the same time, I don't know.
I think
haven't
he
seen
should
that
definitely.
movie.
I think you know who I think he can play.
Who?
Nightcrawler. That's who I can see him playing.
Nightcrawler doesn't have a big enough role for a good actor like that.
He can make it a good enough. Like I mean,
I'm saying
Nightcrawler's
Nightcrawler,
involved.
yeah.
Nightcrawler. I mean, okay, let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. Yeah, especially because X-Men does a really good job of like classing mutants, right? Nightcrawler is like a C-class mutant, if you think about it. All he can do is teleport.
I just
And turn
remembered who I
invincible.
heard like might play Wolverine. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, who?
You really want to know? Because this one I think is even kind of worse than who you said. Daniel Radcliffe. That's who speculation was
You know what?
at first.
You know what?
Harry
know
Potter
what?
playing Wolverine.
Okay,
Don't say
But
it.
he's not.
but
He's not Harry
just
Potter
Harry
anymore.
Potter. So
Yeah,
if you look at
that's on.
what was
He's had so many good
I don't
good
give a
roles.
fuck.
What
He's
was
not
that?
always
What
Harry
was-
Potter.
Yeah, because he played.
Did you see Swiss Army Man was really good?
I don't even know
No.
what that is.
He's been in a lot of shit
Yeah.
since then. There was a couple flops, but he's not just Harry Potter anymore.
about Andrew
I
Garfield?
think he might do fair at that.
no.
No,
Not
wouldn't watch
Garfield,
I wouldn't
man.
watch him as Wolverine.
You know,
I didn't like him as Spider-Man.
I can't take him.
Uh,
You didn't like him? Oh,
Hell no, man.
You didn't like
Oh,
Andrew
wow, that's
Garfield as
interesting.
Spider-Man?
I
I
liked
did
him.
not.
I will fight you. I'll die on that hill.
Because why?
There's
Because he's one of the
there's a
greatest.
reason- But there's a
He's
reason.
too popular
Well,
and hot and cool for
He
Spider-Man.
said he's one of the greatest.
Okay, I thought you said he was the greatest.
No,
It's
Tom
just-
Holland is the greatest Spider-Man.
Yeah,
He is
Yeah.
absolutely.
I said, but he's definitely second. Like it goes Tom,
This little pretty
Andrew,
boy, this
it goes
Harry
Tom,
Styles.
Andrew,
Yeah.
Toby.
Yep,
He's
I
like a
agree.
pop star.
Tom, Andrew, Toby.
No,
You didn't
Andrew-
like
know,
Toby?
time
Why?
out, time
Because
out,
it's
time out,
Spider-Man
time
3?
out. Okay.
No, I didn't like him from the beginning.
Man,
Toby,
he's perfect.
Toby's
He's a
corny.
dork, bro. It's Spider-Man.
I think Toby Maguire
So was
kind of
Andrew.
like did a
Man, he
better
ain't no
job in
dork.
this new movie.
This shit's
Tobey Maguire wasn't a good Peter Parker,
To-
but he was a good Spider-Man.
See-
and Andrew was good at both.
Andrew played
Holland, but Tom
Oh,
Holland,
I
but
don't-
Tom Holland is like without the suit, without even the role, is Spider-Man. The
Yeah.
kid does parkour.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean he's it.
All I'm saying is, I don't buy it.
So you
Every single time I see not masked Spider-Man on the screen, I'm like, and just the way he acts, it's just not. It's not
He
Spider-Man.
pulls off the nerdy.
I don't think he's nerdy. He just says nerdy words. That
and
don't
I feel
count.
like so Spider-Man by himself it's tragic. You might not see it, but if you look at the comics and all that shit, his story is fucking tragic.
Yeah, it's a lot.
And
of,
I feel
yeah.
like Andrew pulls that shit off. He's like, oh,
He's a great
this. I
actor.
have this tragic ass fucking
he's
life.
an amazing actor.
He's a
but
great
I'm
actor.
still trying
I'm not
to,
saying he's
you
a bad
know-
actor. I'm just saying I don't buy him as Spider-Man.
I do.
When I watch his performance, I'm like,
I had mixed emotions.
It just
about
feels like he's
the
doing
first
something.
one was
Spidey.
really good. The second one was
When he was casted, I was excited. I was like, okay, this is the right direction.
Well, because you saw
This is it,
Have
yeah.
you seen Social Network?
I have, yes.
Actually, you know what movie you need to watch with him?
I
Man?
think he's a great
I watched Tick Tick Boom.
Yes.
That was a great movie.
That
he portrayed like
so.
yeah.
I've heard of it. But
I
haven't
hate
seen it yet.
musicals. I hate them. I mean, the only musical I've ever like sat through and like been able to stomach was Hamilton. But Tick Tick Boom was a beast. I mean, honestly, like the way he was able to dig into that and
What's
like
it about?
Caught you off guard.
what was his name? So
Short description.
you ever seen the musical Rent?
The one about AIDS.
I've heard of it, never seen it.
Was it? I mean, it wasn't really about AIDS, but AIDS was definitely a part in it.
I
Anyways,
remember that being.
It was about the director, the musical director for Rent, and basically how he was like a struggling artist living in New York, and a lot of his friends that were in that industry, you know, were gay, and this was like early at the time where there was a huge AIDS epidemic. No one really was educated about it. All they knew that it was killing people. So it kind of really dives into that aspect of what was going on in the acting industry, in theater, and then how hard it was to actually produce something that was good and get your agent to listen. It was really good. You got to watch it. It's on Netflix.
Okay.
But, he was nominated for an award for
Gotcha.
it. So, yeah, he's a beast.
Okay.
But anyways, going back to
X-Men.
Wolverine. I
You guys
mean,
know who Scott Eastwood is?
yeah. Oh, yep. That's it.
That's the one.
That's the guy.
Scott Eastwood.
Scott Eastwood.
I probably recognize him. If
That's
I saw
the
him.
guy.
It's Clint Eastwood's son.
Yeah.
He was in Suicide Squad, the
okay.
first one. He didn't have a big role in Suicide Squad, but
Yeah, he played one of the officers, right?
the army commanders.
That's right. Okay. Oh yeah.
No, that's the guy. We found him, boys.
He already almost looks like him.
MCU? It's up to you now.
Yep.
Balls in your court.
I got another question
Okay.
regarding X-Men. So who do we think should be Mr. Cyclops, Scott Summers?
Whose face do we want to cover most?
Well, it's yeah. There we go. Who's ugly enough? It has.
No, he doesn't have to be. Like, he just had to have a strong jaw.
No, it was the same.
Strong jaw. What's his name? John Hamm.
No,
He's too old.
He's too old.
You think so?
So,
But
okay.
I like John
Yeah.
Hamm a
All
lot.
right. Here's a
And isn't
here's
he
a good
already
point.
in the MCU as somebody?
He is not.
John Hamm is not in the MCU. You
No,
sure?
he was supposed to be playing Cable in Deadpool, but then
but,
that went to
Brolin.
the guy that already was in.
Yeah, Josh Brolin.
Yeah. So these are the characters that have to be played by a younger actor, I should say. Scott Summers,
Yeah.
Jean Grey,
Rogue.
Storm, Rogue,
Rogue, definitely. Yeah.
Nightcrawler, Iceman, Bobby. Colossus doesn't. Maybe.
No,
Beast
Colossus doesn't
to.
have
Beast
to.
doesn't. Beast,
Beast
could be
doesn't have
to,
to.
yeah.
Sabretooth doesn't have to.
But-
Wolverine needs to be middle aged.
Yeah,
Wolverine
exactly.
and Sabretooth. Yeah.
Yeah. So Scott Summers, who do we think should and would be good? Young actors, think about these. To be honest, though, I like the kid that was in like the newer movies. I'm not.
No,
gonna lie.
what about kid that played Mark Zuckerberg in Social Network?
He's not a kid no more though.
Mark Zuckerberg?
What's his name? He played
Jesse
Lex Luthor.
Eisenberg.
Hell no.
I don't
You don't
think
think so?
No.
Fuck no. You know why?
He's a strong jawline.
Okay, you know why I say that?
Why?
Because Batman and Superman versus Superman
Oh
was terrible.
no!
Jesse Eisenberg,
No.
that's
You know,
right.
you know who would be a good? Who would be a good? Fuck. What's his name? God damn it!
Ron Weasley.
No. What was Seth Rogen's old best friend? James Franco. His brother.
Oh, Dave Franco?
young
Dave
Dave
Franco.
Franco.
Ah,
Dave
there you
Franco
go.
would be
That's
a
a
great
good one.
Scott
That
Summers.
would be a good.
Yeah. That would be.
That
it.
would be a really good one.
All of
little
these
crew's
are better
coming
than
together.
what I'm thinking of.
Who are you thinking of?
I don't know why I can't get his name out of my brain right now. Michael Cera.
Michael
he's
Cera?
too old
That's
now.
Scott Summers?
I
Can
would
you
love to
imagine
see
the
it.
awkwardness?
Michael Cera has a strong jawline.
No, I just like when I heard Cyclops, I was like Michael Cera.
Juno?
Yeah, dude.
Fucking, yeah. I mean,
Fucking Juno character?
As a spoof, maybe, but like I don't know.
Oh my god.
I think I got a storm.
I think it's because I
What's
was
that?
thinking of that meme with Michael Cera as Thanos, and he had the.
Oh, I seen that too. That shit.
I haven't seen that meme.
They gave
That's
him like
fucking
the chin,
funny.
and
They gave him the chin, yeah.
the skin color, and then the glow.
I got a Thanos
was
meme
fucking
that I
hilarious.
just saw today.
But I was saying, what's
Storm?
that girl from the new Spider-Man? His love interest. I always
Zendaya? No.
Is he
forget.
Storm?
You don't think so? For
Well,
real?
she'd be
No,
good,
she's
but
already-
she's already married
But she's already in the
MJ.
MCU.
Ah, that's right.
Yeah. And she's, I mean, isn't, yeah. No, she's already in MCU.
All right, Fox, buy it back so we can have her as
Zoe
Storm.
Kravitz?
Zoe Kravitz. That's
Oh,
that was
shit.
Zoe
Yeah,
Kravitz.
no, yeah.
Yeah,
Well, that's a good one.
she'd be a perfect Storm.
What about that chick that was in the Uncharted movie? I haven't actually seen it, but she's
What
like
was her
another
name?
light-skinned actress.
What
That
was
was.
that girl's name? She's in a lot of stuff, isn't she?
I haven't seen the Uncharted movie. To be honest
I
with
haven't
you,
either, but
I don't even know
I
who's
haven't
really
seen
in
it.
You think
it.
I heard it
Saldana-
was bad.
Oh, never mind. Saldana.
If you're-
She's
if you
already
like
in-
the game.
Zoe Saldana's already in MCU. She's
Is
dead.
she?
She's dead.
Gamora, she's not dead.
Oh, well.
Oh, shit. She is Gamora.
She come back.
She did.
Yeah,
Remember?
she came back.
She's
Endgame.
the past Gamora.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
She need Star-Lord in the nets.
They like got,
I remember now.
They had the link.
But yeah, she couldn't do it because she's already.
I forget that she's even in that. I mean, they do such a good job with her makeup. Like, you can.
I mean, I guess they could just technically.
What's funny is the chick that I'm thinking of is she's the one that played Storm in like the Days of Future Past already. This chick.
So.
She's already been cast as Storm in like a Fox version, which she can.
I mean,
she looked the part.
right?
Yeah.
Go ahead and keep her.
You know who could do it? Do you know? Have you ever seen Grownish? Well, they have a music career too. But
I know.
Chloe and Haley weren't like the
Please.
sister.
Please. Put them in there.
What about
Put them in there.
Hit 'em in.
what about that one girl
Put 'em
that
in.
Jesse Smoltz' sister? I don't even know who you guys are talking about, to be honest.
I don't care who
Hold-
you can. What do you?
You
what
don't
do you put
know
them
who
as?
Chloe and Haley are?
No, I don't. Let me look at this up.
They make
You said,
wonderful
what are they
music.
in?
Oh my God!
What are
they in?
What are they in?
Look up Haley.
They're in
Berry.
Grownish.
Just show me.
Look up Haley, not Howley. Haley Berry.
She's a Howley.
How old is she?
No, they grown ups.
They're like they're like
They grown
20,
up grown ups. I
21,
mean, they posting on.
Oh,
They
okay.
posting photos and bikinis and nets on
But
grown
she
ups.
looks like she's 12 in this picture. I'm not gonna lie, so it's kind of making me want.
I've seen them in something.
Yeah. But anyways,
One of them was supposed to be cast as that Ariel, the
that's
Little Mermaid.
Oh,
it's Haley that's supposed to be cast as Ariel, and then Chloe
twins?
is Chloe. Yeah, no, they're sisters. Chloe's the older sister, and she's with Gunna right now, as Gunna's girl.
Oh,
You've seen pictures,
that's probably
yeah. You definitely have seen photos.
okay.
Well, anyways, what else we got on here? Hold on. I wanna. Moon Knight. Are we gonna spoil that for Scooby?
And
Do
Jody,
we want to?
You can spoil it.
No,
for me.
Jody's-
I've only missed one episode.
I'm gonna watch.
You want my personal
Regardless.
opinion?
Don't listen to his personal opinion. But go ahead.
It's very subpar to me.
It's different.
I like it.
It's different because it's not directly tied into what we know right now as the MCU, right? Like there's not anything that's adding to the story that we've already been told, and we don't really see how this is leading to the story that's already being told with the series, right? So like right now, all the series and the new movie are talking about the multiverse, right? At some point, we'll have to jump off that train. I mean, at some point, we'll have to talk about what happened after the rift.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I feel like Moon Knight is getting there. That's why I think you probably don't like it, because maybe it's telling a story
I
that we
just thought
don't
about
connect
why
to.
I don't like it.
Why don't you
honestly.
like it?
I don't like.
Don't
So
tell
I
me
like
you
the
don't
actor of Oscar Isaac.
I was gonna say because Oscar Isaac.
No,
is
I
a
like
beast.
him as an actor.
He's killing it.
I just realized why I don't like it.
Who?
I don't like one of his personalities at all.
You don't like Steve?
I fucking hate.
I
Steve.
hate Steve. Too.
Wait, which one is Steve? Remind me.
Steve's the
Is
little
it-
pussy.
It's the one the main one that's
He's
like.
the gift shop guy, and I
Okay,
can't
okay.
fucking.
So-
You don't
stand
like
him.
it? The
Fuck
with
no.
the New Zealand accent?
Fuck no. The first episode pissed me off so much because I was just like watching it, and all of a sudden he'd go like in this like tweaking mode, and then all of a sudden he's bleeding. I'm like, or not, he's bleeding. He has blood all over his shit. I'm just like, show
No,
me what the
dude.
fuck happened.
In the
Yeah,
last,
you
in
want
the
it? I'm
last-
sure they're gonna show it all eventually.
Well, he pisses me
Or at least
off
most.
because in the last episode, right? So they're fighting all those guys, right? So Mark Spector is fighting all of them, and then Steve comes in
He
play,
takes over,
and then
yeah.
he's like, "Hey guys, all right, let's calm down." Like people are getting shot,
He's
people are
getting stabbed.
killed. He's
It's
getting
like, look,
stabbed,
dude,
and he's
impaled
telling
with
people to
spears.
calm down. I'm like, dude,
I'm not gonna lie though, his fucking suit, he looks
The
fire.
drip, bruh.
Yeah, the drip is good. The drip is great.
I don't know. I still like
When he
the
first brought
original
out the
one.
suit,
No,
that
I
It
do
is-
too, but
it is
the
pretty dope.
suit, I'm like,
I'd like to
okay.
be Moon Knight for Halloween, but
like that.
like, oh yeah,
the sharp dress Moon Knight.
Yeah, the Steve suit. But like I don't know. I'm like, dude, do you not realize the type of danger you're in, and you're like trying to act like peace is like, oh, like, it
Like,
doesn't
is even
work
an
like
option?
that. No, it doesn't work like
It
that.
is a little silly.
His character
to do that.
is a little bit annoying, but
I can't stand him.
But at the end of the day, I think the show's really good. I think it's a change of pace from what we've.
I'm
already
hoping
seen.
I end up liking it, honestly,
I
because
think-
the first 3 episodes just haven't like. That's why it took me so long. I watched the 3rd episode last night. It's taking me. And usually, I'm watching this shit like
The second it comes out, yeah.
Yeah.
But that I'm just like, I'll wait for it.
Did
I
you
think
watch?
but that's what part of it is though, is that you don't like him, so that gives you more to you're like, you want to see more because you're like, oh, let's see this fucking turd not be a dick anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Have you
you
seen?
get to see him become not Steve anymore.
Yeah. Oh, I hope. Honestly, I hope.
The
That,
more you hate him, the more it'll be great when he kicks ass.
I hope that character disappears. To be
So
honest
do
with
I.
you. I hope he gets
exactly
help.
what.
Well,
I'm
how about
thinking.
that? Well, yeah. You get
the
to see him
fuck rid of
slowly
him.
get phased out.
Still to this day, WandaVision is still the best one. It is.
I mean,
Did you have you seen any of them?
WandaVision's amazing. I love
Yeah.
WandaVision. Yeah.
You don't.
I mean,
Roger,
I
you're
like
hard
it.
to please.
thinking what
man.
if?
I
or-
like it a lot.
man.
I'm not saying I don't like it.
Well, what's better than WandaVision?
Honestly, I enjoyed Falcon and the Winter Soldier
Oh
better.
my god.
I haven't seen it yet.
Here we go.
I really did.
I hated Captain Falcon.
Yes. 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 He was the worst part of the show.
If I'm being honest,
That's all
why
I.
haven't
That's all I
watched it
kept
yet.
thinking was Super Smash Bros. Falcon.
Just waiting for it.
Falcon punch.
To each his own.
No, it was the worst one. The best part about the show was actually the bads and
Was the what?
the bad guys. The Flag Smashers, and the
They weren't really the bad guys though.
I don't know. She wanted to blow up fucking part of the world. I don't know if I'd call that a moral hero or a fucking anti-hero. She wanted to fucking blow shit up, dude. She was a bad guy. Okay.
Now I gotta watch it.
Now I see where your moral line lies. If they blow shit up
To
with a
me,
cause,
U.S. Agent was worse.
U.S. agent killed one person,
He publicly assassinated,
and the person that he killed was a bad guy.
I.
Come on, dude.
He's still not feeling it.
It
The
kind
guy-
of, honestly, gave me that little police brutality
No,
vibes when he did it.
Honestly,
Give me the
actually, the
vibe.
best.
People were recording him, bro. I'm sorry. Just all I saw was BLM.
The best part, the best part about that show though was Baron Zemo.
He was dope.
He was the
You
best
know
part
why
of
I
that
don't
show.
like Baron Zemo in the MCU?
What?
Because I don't feel like it's Baron Zemo that I'm used to.
Because doesn't he join the Dark Avengers?
I mean,
Like,
like I want to see the Baron Zemo. So that's actually my beef that with Civil War.
What?
The Baron Zemo I wanted to see was like the mask wearing swordsman that
Yeah,
always fought Captain America and like can hang with them.
but he was locked up though, right?
Not in Civil War. He's the reason that they all fought.
I'm trying to think. Oh, I'm getting. You know what I'm doing? I'm twisting. No. He wasn't locked up for the most of the movie.
I know that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
In
at the
Civil War he wasn't.
Okay, but then he did get locked up.
He did at the end, but I'm saying that's my biggest beef. I wanted to see like when I saw Baron Zemo was casted before I saw the movie, I was excited.
The
I was
hype
like, oh
begins.
shit.
But I think what they were trying to do though with that one was they were basically telling Winter Soldier Part 2. That's essentially what Civil War
Which
was.
I didn't like.
I didn't like that either because
It wasn't Civil War at that point.
exactly. I was a huge first off that was like the first comic book series I had was like the Civil War. So I was looking forward to.
It's really
to
happening.
Iron Man and Captain America fighting, and then Spider-Man is the one in between. And
Dying.
Spider-Man has but we didn't get that. We got
So the Civil War I envisioned was Ultimate Alliance 2 Civil War.
Yeah.
Because that's what that game is based off of, the Civil
off of-
War
yeah.
between those two.
I didn't play that one.
It was a good game. I liked it. The character listing on that was amazing.
That's always a problem, though. Even though they have
It was
all
one of
these
the
rights.
best.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was one of the best. That's what I kind of hope that. Have you played Marvel Avengers? On PlayStation.
Yeah.
That's I hoped that they were gonna go the Ultimate Alliance route and like have the gameplay be like that, but that was such a flop. It was such a flop.
It really is.
I was hoping that was going to be like. You ever played? So I think you actually introduced me to it, Roger. The DC Universe game.
Yeah.
Where
that,
you
like,
get
online
to,
Was it
game,
DC
yeah.
Universe Online?
where you get
Yeah.
to custom
DC,
create
yeah,
your
that
own
game was-
character.
That was super fun.
I was hoping when they came out with the Marvel Avengers game, I was hoping that it was going to be like that.
I remember how
Yeah,
into
Marvel.
it you
That game
got,
was
'cause we
kinda
were
like
living
a-
together when that game came out.
Dude,
You created like 10 different characters, and I was like, damn, he
Man.
got into it deep, and
You're
I
like,
couldn't get into it
damn.
like that.
I mean, it was another MMO.
Yeah.
It really was. So like, it was like, yeah.
You got into that shit deep,
Oh,
dude.
dude.
Because I think years ago on on PC they had City of Heroes and then they had City of Villains
I had
expansion.
City
that
of Heroes.
shit was
Yeah.
so much fun.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
City. Got a whole city of them.
Yeah. But the good thing is a lot of people don't have references now for where the MCU is going. So I think even as like a fan,
Hopefully Moon Knight
I
grows
won't-
on me.
it doesn't have to. And if it does, it'll grow on you later. And that's the beauty
It
of
has
it.
to me.
No. Thor, here you go. Here's an example of that. Thor 1, I wasn't a fan of the first Thor.
Okay.
I didn't become a fan of the first Thor until the Avengers came out, and I watched it again. And I was okay. Now some of this is starting to make sense to me. Now
I wasn't a big fan of Thor either, to be
Yeah.
honest with you. So I agree.
so like I feel like with certain things, like you like especially with the way the MCU does like their timeline, sometimes they don't go so much in depth on a character because they're going to go in depth
Something's-
later.
Yeah.
Like
It's
for,
gonna come up.
like for example, Agent Carter from the new one. Was it not the one that's now the she was in the Hawkeye and Winter Soldier. She played the Deal Maker or the Peacemaker. I can't remember what the fuck it was.
The deal maker? And the
No, it was like in that city, right? They went to go look for a certain person. It was like
And wait, what show?
in Hawkeye and the Winter Soldier.
Hawkeye and the Winter Soldier?
Falcon.
Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Wait, I think that's why you was
That's why I'm
fucking me
fucking
up.
it up. Falcon
I
and
was like, wait, what,
Falcon
what
and-
show is this?
Is this new?
Did I miss something?
Falcon and the Winter
You're
Soldier.
talking about that chick that was in Seinfeld, right?
What? No, I'm talking
The
about
one who's assembling the Dark Avengers?
no, I'm talking about the one that
Agent Carter, the show.
Oh!
that was on-
yeah, her
I know
her
who you're
niece.
talking about. Oh, the
Yeah.
blonde chick that, yeah.
Yes,
I got
yes.
you. My bad.
Right? Like they didn't really go into why she flipped, why she became, I guess, an anti-hero or a bad in the
Yeah,
show.
that's right. That's
But
true.
they will go into that deeper, right? Because I feel like with this new, well, at least from a comic book standpoint, Shield is supposed to be a bigger entity in the new in this new phase.
Yeah.
You're also supposed to see more like with Sword as well. So I don't know. I think she'll come up a lot more. But anyways,
Good point.
yeah.
Good point. Good point.
okay. Now to change paces to music, we have
D-Day?
some big shit. D-Day.
D-Day?
We talking about D-Day.
Let's talk about D-Day.
Let's talk about D-Day. This is going to be
Have
interesting.
you guys all heard D-Day?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Heard it once through.
All right. Let's
That's all you need.
It's really
You need to hear it more, technically.
I do. I should hear it. I'm gonna hear it more. But
let's
Let's get some thoughts on D-Day.
let me start with you, Scooby. What is overall your opinion of
So
D-Day?
I love Dreamville. They are my favorite. So I
Right
fuck
now?
with
Right now, they're your favorite? Or they're now your favorite of all time?
They've been my favorite
Over TDE.
since I've heard. So Dreamville as a whole, like, because I've always fucked with Cole. I've always fucked with
JD?
ever since I heard Jid. Yeah, I think I heard Jid when DiCaprio 2 came out. And like, so when he had 151 rum and all that, yeah, that's when I was like, okay, hold on, I gotta slow it down. Look, hold on, Jid. All right, I fuck with you. Boz, ever since I heard Tribe, so and then Earth Gang,
I fucking love Earth Gang.
Earth
Always
Gang,
been a fan.
Spillage Village, all them.
How old is Earth Gang? Anyone know? Because are they fairly new?
No.
Because I've only heard them off the base, like pretty much the first Dreamville record. That's when I first heard it introduced to Earth Gang.
The first time I heard Earth Gang, I was living in Oregon. So they at least have been around for like 8 years. But when Earth Gang first came out, I actually believe Jid was a part of it.
Yeah, Earth Gang, Spillage Village. They're all
Yeah.
Because who else is in it? Black.
Yeah.
Black is in Spillage Village. But Earth Gang is a part of Spillage
I thought
Village.
you were going to say
Okay.
Black was part of Earth Gang.
No, Black is a part of Spillage Village.
Black should just
along
join.
with Jid and
Black should just join Dreamville.
he should.
What's
But
your guys' favorite song on it though?
so on the new one,
Yeah.
I gotta
D-Day.
bring up a track list real quick. 'Cause
Okay.
I don't know
So
the
far,
name.
my favorite song has been "Stick."
The first one.
Really?
That song's dope. dude.
Nah.
Hey, Sheck West surprised me.
So let me see.
I got you.
I'm gonna bring up. The
No, I got the track list right here. So we got Stick first, the song, then Ghetto Gods freestyle,
That was a good
Lifestyle, Starting 5.
My favorite, Josie Flows, and Barry from Simpson.
one. Ooh, I was listening to that on my way here.
Those two. Those are my favorite ones right now. But not saying that like the rest of them aren't freaking great. Keep it real with you.
Features on this.
There are. But so back to my point though. Like I've been listening to them. One of my favorite albums of all time is Revenge of the Dreamers 3. When that dropped and they did they even did that little 30-minute video on YouTube where they was
I think that
all in
was
the studio.
that was one of the best parts
was-
about it.
it was-
because it created a whole new experience.
Yeah,
Right?
it was fantastic. I do feel like as great as it is, I do feel like D-Day didn't feel like Dreamville to me. It doesn't feel like it's a Dreamville mixtape. It feels like it's a what is it? What is it? Gangsta Grills. It's a Gangsta Grills mixtape. It's not.
It is a gangster.
That's
group.
exactly what
that's
it is.
exactly
though.
what it
Yeah.
is. But like the beats,
The
everything
feel
like that,
of
the
it.
feel of it,
Did
the flow of it doesn't feel Dreamville to me.
Okay.
It's
Is
great.
that a
It's
good thing or a bad thing though?
I could. It's not up
Like
there.
I'm not sure if that's a knock or like a compliment.
No, it's neither. It's like it's a good. I'm a rock with it regardless because there's some good music on there, but it's not in my top 5. You know what I mean? Out of everything that Dreamville has produced, like has made, it's not in my top 5. I've other than that, like it's great. Like Earth Gang's new album was way better than this mixtape, but this mixtape is still up there. You know.
I agree. What about you, Jody?
I would have I was going to say, I like Josie Flows. That's a good one. But I had to like really look at this to the list because like when I listen to an album for the first time, I just let it go.
Yeah.
And I don't pay attention to the track list or anything. So I had to like go through and like kind of cheat to find out which one. But yeah, you said it. I was like, oh yeah. No.
Okay. What about you, Raj? What are your thoughts?
I loved it.
Okay.
I mean, I had no complaints about it, to be honest. It has great features, you know. So the first mixtape where I got introduced to Earth Gang, right?
Yeah.
That one felt more like it was just J. Cole and then these guys. This one feels it's everyone equally doing their thing, in my opinion. And this is coming from I love J. Cole. He's like my favorite artist of all time right
To
now.
have him like not be the center.
Yeah, and I was okay with it.
Okay. Okay.
You're about to kill some dreams right now or something.
Here we go.
I'm not, man. For the most part, I liked it.
Okay.
I did. I thought there were moments on it that were good, and then there were moments on it that felt like ideas. Here's the thing about
Shit, I'm so sorry.
no, it's all good. Here's the thing about Dreamville, or at least like any type of like collective, right? Like you had good music.
Young Money.
Okay. So when good music came out with their album, you usually had the heavy hitters on most of the songs. And the reason why you did that was so that way the songs carried, right? Big Sean was on just about every song. If Big Sean wasn't on it, 2 Chainz was on it. If 2 Chainz wasn't on it, Kanye was on it, right? And that makes it more balanced. I felt like it wasn't balanced, and I felt like it showed some weaknesses in Dreamville, to say the least. Like, for example, I thought Ari Lennox was one of the weaker spots on the whole album. I felt like both songs that she was on weren't really pulling her. She wasn't really pulling her weight. The Blackberry Sap and especially Coming Down. Like, I felt like that was, it was forced, man. The instrumental felt forced. And I felt like that. So my first time listening to it, No, I've listened to this album 3 times. Okay. So my first time listening to it, my thought was just like yours. This isn't Dreamville. Then the second time, I was okay. Let me try to digest this better, right? Because the first time I was like, okay, this is kind of indigestible to me because this is not what I'm used to. So then the second time, I guess my biggest criticism was I felt like the heavy hitters on Dreamville didn't get enough shine. Like, I get it. I get what J. Cole's doing because I think this is one of the things that will make J. Cole one of the greatest rappers to ever bless the mic, but also to ever bless others, is that he's trying to use his name to bring up the rest of the people on his label, right? But Jid should have been on more songs. J. Cole should have been on more songs. Boz should have been on more songs, right? But I get these are all people who've had their moments. Boz was on almost every single track on J. Cole's last album. So I get it, right? Jid is going to hold his own. But people like Kaz, people like Ari Lennox, people like Omen, and even Earthquake Gang to an extent, they don't get the same recognition that all the others do. Earth Gang is like that niche, that niche spot on Dreamville. Like you have to have like a certain ear to want to listen to their music. I think there's a lot of people who do have that ear. But then again, who doesn't have that ear? Radio. Right. So pop music doesn't have that radio. Right. So like if you listen to those things, usually you haven't heard of Earth Gang before. Right. I just felt like it was forced in a lot of spots, but in the moments that it shined, it did.
I get what you're saying.
Okay, so I agree. I agree with you, but also there was a point that I did want to touch down on that you said that he feels like he didn't use his heavy hitters enough on this mixtape because on the last album he did have Boz and Jid on damn near
everything.
On everything, right? Maybe that was his point. He was like, "Look, I agree. I do have other artists on this that deserved a shot. So let me go ahead and drop this mixtape. I'm gonna be on a few of them. Jid's gonna be on a few of them. Bob's gonna be on a few of them.
Yeah,
but
I feel like
we're not gonna be as much because we want y'all to shine. Exactly. We want y'all to shine like we know you know how to do. You just got to do it." And then I guess they just didn't deliver.
I feel like J. Cole does that a lot, and he's very unselfish. Like when it comes to music in general,
right?
And a perfect example of that is the album that you did not like, For Your Eyes Only. Like that was, I guess, in a way, it was a little bit more of a selfish album because it was just for him.
But it's still to this day, it's still his worst album.
No, I agree with you, but it wasn't terrible. I'm just saying. But my point is that he doesn't. Like
it wasn't okay.
But my point when it comes to like Dreamville, he cares more about his people than he does about what fans think. In my opinion,
I agree. He
wants his people to eat.
Yeah, that's a very J. Cole thing. I completely see that in his character. I just felt like the timing was the wrong time, right? Meaning not that the fact that it shouldn't have been this album or shouldn't have been a album. It shouldn't have been a Gangsta Grillz off the cuff Dreamville album. It should have been a Dreamville album where he's letting Dreamville artists shine in their element, not pull them to this more like underground mixtape type thing. I hated Stick. I felt, and actually,
I just love how catchy it is.
I hated Stick, and it wasn't.
Sheck West, come on.
And
now.
honestly, it wasn't because after the third time listening to it, it wasn't because of the song. It was because the fact that it was the first song on the album. If I had played that for anybody, right? If I was like hyping up Dreamville, and I was like, dude, this album's gonna be so good, and they're like, I've listened to a couple J. Cole songs and I really like J. Cole, so maybe I'll give this a chance. And I played that and I turned it on.
Honestly,
and
though,
Stick
the
was the
song
first
that
thing
I'm
to
playing,
play. I'd be like, oh fuck.
I'm like shit.
The song that I'm playing for people though is like he said, Barry from Simpsons.
Yeah,
I completely agree. Yeah, that's what I think. Because when I first heard it when it dropped, like when as soon like the day it dropped, and I was like, okay, this is. I wouldn't have went with this as the intro at all. Like I wouldn't have went with this as the intro track. This is kind of crazy, and it kind of threw me off for the rest of the mixtape. But then after like my second, third playthrough, I gave it a shot. I was like, okay, all right, I got cool.
I feel that way about every J. Cole album besides Sports Hill Drive. Like, because I think even like what was that? The album he came out with after For Your Eyes Only. Was
KOD,
KOD, right? The first time I heard KOD, I didn't like it.
Yeah, you didn't like it. I don't.
Yeah.
And I was like, I remember
I
we talked
thought it
about
was-
it then.
I thought he was trying too hard. I thought he was trying to appeal to a certain audience of people and like tell a message at the same time. Like, hey, all you kids who are taking lean and doing Xannies and all that stuff. Hey guys, listen to this. Because this is like little Punk's music, and this is like so-and-so's music. But guess what? There's a message behind it. So at first, it felt corny to me.
That's what I was gonna
But
say.
then-
It's a message behind
Yeah,
it. that not
at
a lot of
first it
people
felt
caught.
corny to me. And I was like, you know what? He was trying to, kind of tear down these artists in a way because they're promoting a terrible message in my eyes. But in a way, he kind of made their music sound even better. But then I was like, that was kind of the point. Like after I got it, I was like, okay, that was the point.
You know,
The point was you can have those beats, you can have those catchy flows, but it doesn't have to be about what they're talking about.
Yeah.
what's the name? What's the name of J. Cole's first studio album?
His first studio album was not the comeback.
Yeah,
It was
something like that. Yeah.
No.
Sideline Story.
Sideline Story. Yeah,
So
I love that album, honestly. So if you diss that shit, I might have to
keep
like
it 100.
You
fly
like that?
across this cable.
Every single album, like for instance, I don't appreciate you dissing For Your Eyes Only because I love that fucking album. But every out of
feel like
all
he's about to say
out
something
of
bad
all
about
of
this,
his
and I'm about to
albums,
fly
no,
across this table.
no, it's not bad. Out of all of his albums, that is the one that I listen to the least. I've
his first album.
his first studio album, yes,
I
because
agree.
I
No,
jumped in.
I agree. It's not because I don't like it though. It's because there's new stuff.
It was crazy because I jumped. No, when I dove into J. Cole's music on
Mixtapes.
the come up.
Grown Simba?
The come up.
Yeah.
And then he had the come up, and then he had the warm up. The warm up was my favorite fucking mixtape
dat?
of all
Who dat?
time. That's my
Yeah.
favorite mixtape of all
That's
fucking
on
time.
Sideline Story.
Hey,
But that's also on
I
the
know.
warm up too.
listen. And then after that, I didn't listen to Sideline Story. You know, the first J.
Dollar
Cole
and the
album I
Dream
heard was
kept me
2014
going.
Forest Hills Drive. I listened to the singles on the Sideline Story, but I didn't listen to the whole album start to finish.
Wait, so have you never heard the whole
I have.
album? I was gonna say.
Oh, I did,
okay.
but 2014 Forest Hills Drive was the first album start to finish, and then after that, I went to Born Center and all that other shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought that was one of his hardest albums. The only
Wait,
and
what album?
the comeback.
The
Or
Sideline
the
Story?
Silent Story. Sorry,
Whole
Silent
World's
Story.
a Silent Story.
The reason why, though, I agree though it was like the least album I listened to of his was because of the music that was out around that time as well.
Okay.
That's
Right.
There was probably paid.
It was really competitive, right? So I think around that time, Big Sean came out with Finally Famous,
Drake was
which was
out.
also a really good album. I think Drake came out with Thank Me Later. Like,
Kendrick Lamar had an album out.
yeah, he did. Wait, Drake did come out with Thank Me Later around that time.
Yeah.
Kendrick Lamar.
and Thank Me Later.
Kendrick Lamar came out
I'm
with,
not a big Drake fan, but I love Thank Me Later.
He came out with what was
Good
it?
Kid, Mad City.
No, it
That
was
the
a
album that was
mixtape.
closest there, though.
Okay,
The actual album,
Good Kid, Mad City came out later, but what came out around that time was
Section 8.
Section 8, and Section 8 put like Kendrick on the map.
Yeah.
I mean, that was like
Section 80.
Section 80. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, I just have to say something about Sideline Story before I forget
Yeah,
it.
Dollar and Dream.
That album fucking just saved me through
I agree,
like
man.
a hard time at that point. Because I was just out of high school. I didn't know what. We were pretty much, it was 2011. We graduated in 2010. But I didn't know what I wanted to do with anything. And I was like very unmotivated at the time. But, you know, like I said, Dollar and the Dream like really kept me going for a while. I literally listened to that song every day.
So Dollar and Dream was on the warm up.
It was also Dollar in the Dream 3 then, I guess, because there's like, obviously there's 3 of them. I've heard all of them. But Dollar in the Dream off the Sideline Story, listen to it every single day.
The first J. Cole song I heard was Grown Simba. And
You
I
actually introduced me to J. Cole.
yeah. I heard that. I was like, who's this guy? And why is it so good?
Grown Simba was
And then,
such a
yeah,
dope
Grown
song.
Simba was a
Simba was
hit. And then I played, after that was, what was that? This is the girl of my dreams.
Dreams.
Yeah,
It's called Dreams.
Dreams, dude.
That shit was crazy.
I was
That
like,
was
this-
on like one of his later
The warm
albums
up.
though, yeah.
That was on the warm up. No, he did. He
Oh, yeah, you're right. Because I'm thinking of the sequel to that, which is Power Trip.
Yes,
Power
you're
Trip,
thinking
yeah,
of
we'll
Power
make it
Trip.
up.
Yeah,
That's
the
right.
girl in my dreams.
Because he mentions it.
Seems.
Yeah, because he mentions
Oh my
the
fucking god! I forgot about that song,
Dude, that song was.
How can I
was
forget
like,
about
holy
that?
cow.
That's
It-
one of the
it's
greatest.
such a
I
good
want
song, man.
Is his mixtapes on Title?
No,
What's it called? It's
And
on.
I can't
they're
find
on
his mix-
SoundCloud.
It's on. They're on SoundCloud.
SoundCloud.
downloading it now.
On SoundCloud.
Just got it.
Dude,
Because what's the song? Is it Can't Cry? or is it what's it called? Because
It's on the warm up.
It was on the warm up.
Let's look up the warm up.
I think it was one of the intro tracks. It was like one of the first tracks on there.
Apparently, I don't know how to spell worm.
That's fine. Well, okay. Here, I have a question for you guys. And we kind of talked about this a little bit off camera, Scooby. Mm-hmm. Okay. So we already talked about how Dreamville, or with J. Cole with Dreamville, he's kind of like pushing up his artists a little bit, giving them their moment to shine, especially the artists that we wouldn't have listened to otherwise. Does this make his legacy bigger than Drake? Because Drake has OVO.
Yes.
Right?
Absolutely.
And under OVO, who's under OVO?
You don't know.
I don't fucking know. I
had to Google it.
I know Party Next Door is under
Scooby,
OVO.
you're my fucking hero. I just want to say that.
You found it?
Yes. And
Right. You have Party Next Door under OVO. And you don't really know who else, but all these motherfuckers are writing for him and they're signing. Right? So even with all of Drake's accolades and all the number ones that he has and all the streaks that he has, I mean, would you guys kind of agree that when we talk about the greatest artists or the greatest rap artists, we're not just talking about their own individual accolades. We're also thinking about what they've been able to do for others.
Yeah, their influence on the art.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like OVO.
Because when I think about it, I look at Dre. And I'm like, Dre,
Yeah.
as many
Death
people,
Row.
do you know how many people Dre
That's
brought up?
a fantastic example.
Do you know how many people
Absolutely.
Dre brought
Like,
up? We got
Major names.
M50, G Unit, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy. It's crazy the amount of people. And it's like, it's what have you done for, you know, the other artists that's trying to come up in the community and stuff like that? Have you made it and then reach back and pull somebody else up? You know what I mean? Like, but you don't see that with Drake in OVO. You see it with all these other artists that are out here. You know what I'm saying? You see what Cole's doing with Dreamville, what Jay-Z has done, what Dr. Dre has done.
Tech Nine and Strange Music.
Yeah.
He signs hella.
Yeah.
I don't think
independent
Jay-Z
people.
does it as much though.
No, Jay-Z does,
Jay-Z,
though.
do you know who? Have you known how many artists Jay-Z's brought up?
I mean, it's just
No,
like
I
he
know
said
how,
in Pound
but-
Cake. Or you say, Ye made millions, Benz made millions, Bleak
I
made
guess that's
millions.
the
Like,
point.
I would say, yeah, we
I
wouldn't.
guess
have
I'm more talking about now, but
I would say we wouldn't have Ye without Jay.
yeah. And it's not even just like
That's
what
true.
he does on the mic with other artists, Jay-Z. It's also, too, what he does off the mic, right? For example, 21 Savage got locked up for, not being a U.S. citizen. Jay-Z came through. Meek Mill was locked up. Jay-Z's been helping him out with that, right? Jay-Z is now running the the stuff for the Super Bowl for the
Pepsi
NFL,
halftime shows.
right? We were all bitching and complaining about not enough, black artists or rap artists and all that shit. We just had one of the first gangster rap Super Bowls. So
Then it
halftime
killed,
shows,
dude.
and it killed. You know what I mean? So Jay-Z has always been about the culture, but
Could
that's
anyone else have done that halftime show and made it good?
can anybody else?
Like, is there going to be someone that tops that?
Not in this era. No, because he took the greatest one of the greatest artists from the 90s. He took the greatest artist 50 Cent from the 2000s,
From the early 2000s,
and then
yeah.
he took one of the greatest artists from the 2010s, Kendrick Lamar, and did it all at one time. We don't have the greatest artists right now.
You think
from
about it,
2020.
he had the 80s, the 90s, 2000s, and 2010s.
Exactly. So
Did
we don't
4
have
generations and
right now the
45
2020s.
That show kicked
Right
ass.
now, the 2020s, it's up for debate. Right now, Lil Baby's killing it. He's right now the greatest artist in the 2020s. But you don't think Lil Baby is the greatest artist of the 2020s?
Little Baby.
Lil Baby.
I think he's great, but I don't think he's the greatest right now.
Roger, if there was a if there was a ranking system, right? If there was a race, right? Let's think of it like race horses. The race isn't over yet.
Okay.
Whose horse is the first horse right now? Who's in the league? It's Lil Baby's right now in the lead. He's not smoking everybody
I mean,
because the baby's right behind
I
him.
would say the baby kind of he was ahead. In my book, the baby was ahead for a minute, and then he started fucking up,
Wilding on these.
Tending the drama.
I could agree with that. Yeah.
So and then
Let's see.
Who else?
I'm
I
trying
mean,
to
I
think.
think
It's not Jack Harlow. He's probably fifth right now.
not enough people are.
Like I still stand on what I said about
I would say
Jack
not enough
Harlow.
people have quite have quite
Caught on to him.
caught on to Corday for me. Like I
Oh,
love
Corday's
I
really
love
good,
Corday.
but he just doesn't drop enough
Corday
music.
as a lyricist, fucking amazing. But he doesn't drop enough.
He doesn't
He
drop
dropped one in
enough to do it.
2019, and then he dropped one just recently, from A Bird's Eye View. He dropped that album. But like 2 from 2019 and now, it's kind of just like.
What about Joyner Lucas?
No, he's not top 5 at all. He's not even in the race right now. Okay. He's not a racehorse on the track.
I like Joyner though.
I love Joyner.
I love
He's got
Joyner.
a lot of good.
yeah.
But
albums.
he's very niche. Like I have to be in a mood.
Is he?
I do.
Damn, got me feeling.
I have
Did
to,
you guys hear Ye's Not Crazy?
I love that song. Love it.
Yeah.
Because
You
I
guys
kind of
hear it?
agree.
Yeah,
By
I did
who?
hear it.
Yeah, he's
Joyner
not
Lucas.
crazy.
Ye
I
Not
haven't heard
Crazy.
it. I haven't heard it.
It would kind of remind me of the Will Smith song that he did.
Yeah. Because
If
all
you
of
watch
his
the
songs
music
have a,
video too,
all
like
of his-
it's similar.
all
a
of his
music
songs
video?
have a theme. That's the part. That's the thing with. That's what I mean. Like that's the thing with Joyner Lucas's music. It's very theatrical. It's very.
Yeah.
It's very
It's
like.
well thought out.
Yeah, it's very like a
Yeah,
display.
it's like a performance.
There we go.
Yeah, he's a performer.
More than just like-
he's like a deep into
Yeah, more than just performing.
I guess
like,
now that I think
the
about it,
music.
Lil Baby probably is winning the
likes
race.
to put
I
on
can't
a
think of anyone else that can even be close.
No, I mean,
The Baby is the closest, but yeah,
I feel
Baby
like
kind of.
I feel like the top 3 right now, which I mean, as much as people hate on her for no fucking reason, Cardi B is number 3.
Cardi B.
Cardi B is easily number 3 in this era of music. Yeah. In this era, of
She's
music.
easily
Doja
the
Cat's
most famous
dropping
female.
Megan
more
Thee
music
Stallion
that's
is
good
number
too,
3
though.
for me.
Don't.
Megan Thee
Megan
Stallion.
Thee Stallion is really good, but
She's not number
Megan Thee
3.
Stallion.
Over Cardi?
Megan Thee Stallion over Cardi any day.
If Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion dropped an album,
I would
today,
listen to Megan Thee Stallion
You
start
would,
to
but-
finish.
but-
You would,
but
but
more-
I
the
would
more
not
general
listen to
public-
Cardi. You know what? I have not listened to a Cardi B album all the way through. Nope.
that's rough.
Nope. I've listened to some of her songs.
I'm gonna tell you, you're actually kind of missing out. I slept on
Why
Cardi.
not though?
I just because the songs that I have heard of hers, what was it? Bodak Yellow, fucking, and then
I don't like that song either.
There's,
but the song where she did in Spanish.
Money.
You don't like Money?
I like it. Listen.
I wasn't a
Hear
big
me
fan
out.
either.
Let me talk. Let me get it out. All right.
I will let you
I
finish.
like the song, but over Megan Thee Stallion, nah. Nope.
You're naming older songs though.
Yeah.
What's new?
What's that? Oh, sorry.
WAP?
No, I don't like that. song.
Megan
That's
and
Megan
Cardi on
and
it.
Cardi.
What's
and
that
actually
song
Cardi,
that,
Cardi
Bad
carried
Bunny
that
was on?
track.
What's that song that Bad Bunny? What was it? Bad Bunny? The Cardi B song.
No, I don't think it was Bad Bunny. No, there was a song with Bad Bunny. I can't remember what it was called though.
But that shit was catchy.
Yeah, I know.
trying-
I'm not saying Cardi puts out bad music. I'm saying I would fuck with Megan Thee Stallion.
Oh, I agree
Her
with that
music,
too, but
her music, everything. I would Megan Thee Stallion over Cardi every day.
You said
that's for you though. 'Cause
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
more
Do you think
popular
the
artist
general
is Cardi
public
B.
feels that way?
yeah. And you said Doja Cat earlier. I don't consider Doja Cat a rap artist. I'm
Pop?
citing. Yeah, I'm siding with Remy Ma on this one. Remy Ma said on Drink Champs that she doesn't consider Doja.
I think
and
Remy
it's-
Ma's just a hater though.
No.
Doja doesn't rap.
No, she said
Not
it.
really.
No, she actually said it, and she was giving Doja her flowers.
Okay.
And I agree. Doja. Okay, so in earlier days, Kanye would, in my eyes, would be considered a rap artist.
Yeah.
Then there was a period in time where I don't think I would just say Kanye was a rap artist. He was a pop artist. I mean, even he was saying it too. He was saying, "I'm the new king of pop." That's what Kanye was saying about himself.
Kanye is also a troll at times.
No. Kanye was making music. He wasn't just rapping. He was like, it was whole ass.
Like there was no rap song on 808s and Heartbreaks, but that not really. And that album was
Yeah.
fucking
I mean-
beautiful.
Yeah, and even listen to like Donda too. Like there's rappers on it, but it's a lot of the times it's songs like almost like pop-esque songs with rappers on it. I wouldn't consider Jail a rap song. Even though you have a rap artist, Jay-Z, on there, I wouldn't consider like listen to Jail, that doesn't sound like a rap song.
Okay.
You know? So Doja Cat, to me, she's bigger than rap. Doja Cat is one of the most slept on artists there is out there.
sleep on Doja.
And I'll say that for myself because I slept on her and then I listened to her music and I was like, you know what? Doja is a beast, man. Doja's out there doing her thing. Shout out to Doja Cat.
Shout out Doja.
Shout out to Doja Cat. Just keep doing your thing, girl.
Jody, you need to be careful.
I mean, I'm gonna get a hall pass for Doja Cat.
Oh yeah, is that the hall pass?
Hey, we got it on camera.
Is that the hall pass?
Doja.
Little menage a
I
trois.
don't even want to go down there.
Do you got a hall pass?
I don't have a hall pass. I'm not because the only
The
reason I don't
single
want
guys,
to.
we
The only
don't
reason I
need
don't
hall
want to.
passes.
The only reason I don't want to go down that road is because I'm not giving out no hall passes either.
Oh,
Joe, do you giving
I
out a
guess
hall
that's-
pass?
I mean, I want to see Chris Hemsworth naked. I wouldn't mind to see that.
No,
You know what I'm saying? Dude, wait, would Thor whip out his hammer on it?
no,
All right, y'all. I'm comfortable.
no. I'm comfortable.
All right, let's go.
I don't got no problem
Dude, I'm
with a little bit of handsome man. All right.
It's not that. It's not that. It's not that. It's like the.
It is. No, I'm mostly memeing.
I kiss
It is.
that. I kiss that
You
mouth.
get a hall
So that's
pass.
what
You
I'm
gotta
saying.
give a hall pass.
It's
so.
like I gotta kiss that mouth when it comes.
Exactly.
Home.
Yeah. So it's tough to anytime you have that, you gotta think.
And I'm not kissing Chris Hemsworth sloppy seconds. So that's just my sec. Okay. Next thing. TDE. Kendrick Lamar is officially dropping his last album.
With TDE, not his last album ever.
I was
I
gonna
know
say.
his last album with,
With
TDE.
With TD.
So before we speculate about the Kendrick Lamar album, because I think there's a lot to speculate about there. Is this the end of an era of TDE?
Yes.
Is TDE done?
Unless they push Schoolboy Q more,
Yeah, cause
then
They
yes.
better.
I was like, Schoolboy hit it. Schoolboy dropped a single. Like
When
it's
was
called,
that?
This is like a week ago or something like
Really?
that. It's called Soccer Dad.
What?
Yes, he did.
It's a good fucking song.
Yeah.
Is he?
I fuck with it.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit, I gotta look that up. Now. I didn't know
But
that.
so we might be gearing up for a Schoolboy album. Hopefully.
I don't think TDE's dead.
Yeah.
No. Like,
They're
because
gonna
think about it. Okay,
rise.
who's better? I mean, so I put the question on there: is Dreamville better than TDE? And it's no,
I think
because I think there's only two artists right now in Dreamville who can put out an album. No, sorry, three artists on Dreamville that will put out an album that will do numbers. Earth Gang, I think, will do numbers. And they have. Jid will do numbers, and because he has. J. Cole will do numbers.
Boz.
I don't think Boz putting out a solo project would do numbers,
Boz did put out a solo project
and,
recently.
and it didn't do numbers.
But it
So-
was more like an EP. Wasn't it an EP?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So with TDE, if J Rock puts out an album, it will do numbers. If Schoolboy Q puts out an album, it will do numbers. Especially because of everything that's going on with Isaiah Rashad, it will do numbers. His last album did numbers, even without all the drama and stuff like that. SZA puts out an album,
Yeah.
it's gonna do numbers,
I
dude.
forgot about SZA.
And that's to me, that's
You
probably,
said Isaiah Rashad.
They got a
Yeah.
whole fucking powerhouse of artists.
you know, so like, yeah, I mean, that's still it's still a powerhouse even without Kendrick Lamar, and I think that's why Kendrick Lamar may be okay with leaving TDE, because I mean, him and Top, I mean, they go back, they go way back. I mean, apparently Top knew Kendrick's dad, and if I was Kendrick and I had a relationship like that, I wouldn't want to leave someone who let me through the door in hip hop out and dry unless I knew they was good, and I think TDE is gonna be good. I think the only thing though TDE needs to do better is they need to start allowing their artists to put out music, to put out albums.
Yeah.
Why haven't we heard a new Absol album? I don't know.
Is Absol even part of TDE still? I thought he left.
He is, but he's not happy there. He's made it very clear
What
that
about J Rock?
J Rock dropped an album in 2018.
It was 18. Yeah.
It was Redemption, and that shit was hard.
years ago?
Crazy.
Yeah, it was. It got it nominated. It was nominated for a Grammy. Redemption was one of the hardest albums out there. I don't care what Anthony Fantano says. Fuck you, Anthony Fantano.
Shots fired.
I wish I had the little don't. Because he rated that album and Schoolboy Q's Blank Face album like 4. I'm like, are you out of your mind? You
He
serious?
probably likes that whole little pump, little fucking.
No. Well, I think he rated Little Pump album like a 6.
See, he likes Lil Pump.
No, he doesn't like stuff like that. He's like super into boom bap music, but yeah, no, TDE I think is going to be fine. I think TDE is still the powerhouse. I don't think it's the end of an era.
I can agree, but I still prefer Dreamville, personally. He said it's my personal opinion.
I think the reason why you feel that way is because we have Revenge of the Dreamers 1, 2, 3, D-Day. If TDE,
No, I feel that way because it's my personal opinion.
Roger,
Are you trying to change my personal
No,
opinion?
I'm not trying to change it. I'm saying what would change your personal opinion if TDE's if TDE's whole roster started putting out like a group album, hip hop would not be ready for that. I mean, that would be one of the,
you're not wrong.
That would
They had their own Dreamville.
But I know it's never gonna happen. So
Yeah, so I definitely agree with Roger that I said right now Dreamville's winning for me because TDE hasn't put out any as much anything for me to work
Tark needs
with.
to get on that.
Please.
I wonder why he hasn't, to be honest with you. But I don't know. Kendrick is dropping May 13th. Obviously, the biggest album to drop.
fucking hyped.
You know, it's kind of fucked up too, because Pusha is about to drop on the 22nd. Jack Harlow is about to drop. I think another artist is going to drop, and now I don't give a fuck.
All right.
Right. I care no more
Overshadowed.
about any of those guys.
So-
Love Pusha T, but hey, Kendrick.
Sorry.
That's the first album I'm listening to as soon as it drops at 9 p.m.
Do you
Pacific
think,
time.
Exactly.
you know,
I wonder what kind of vibes he's bringing.
Apple Music, 9
What's
p.m.
gonna be the feel of it?
so this is what I think. So if I'm Kendrick Lamar and I'm leaving TDE, there has to be a good enough reason. I think Control's one of them, and I think we've seen Dreamville, we've seen OVO. I think Kendrick is coming out with his own thing. I think he's coming out with his own label.
Gonna have his own label.
Is Kendrick and J. Cole coming?
No,
Yeah, no.
that'll never happen.
Bruh.
At least not right now. It'll happen later on after we kind of forgot about him. It's going to be like a Hail Mary. But yeah, I think this album is going to be very feature heavy. Because if you think about the rest of Kendrick Lamar's albums, they weren't. Right? He usually had a lot of his features on like interludes. Right? I think Absol had his own track on Good Kid, Mad City. J-Rock was on Money Trees on Good Kid, Mad City. But then if you listen to Pimp a Butterfly, I can't remember any real rap.
There was none.
There weren't.
Yeah.
His last couple albums have been like that. Even on Damn, like
Yeah.
there wasn't.
Damn didn't have a single rap
No, not a rapper. No,
because
he had Rihanna, but that wasn't a rapper.
But
yeah. So I think this one is going to be. I think this one, obviously, Baby Keem will be on there.
Eminem, I think, is gonna be on.
I
that.
want Schoolboy. I want a Kendrick and Schoolboy.
please, please.
Yeah, I can see Schoolboy too.
You don't think so?
I don't think it's
don't-
going to be
you think
TD.
he'll-
I don't think it's
you
going to
think
be TDE heavy. I don't think it's going to be.
No,
TDE.
I don't either. That's why I said Eminem.
I don't
You
see.
think he'll do another Eminem song? Because
Yeah.
they did Love Games, right?
Love that song.
Yeah, fantastic,
Dude,
Fantastic song.
they can honestly.
I love that
Okay, this is a little bit off topic, but I just have to say this. I feel like if Eminem and Kendrick dropped a duo album together,
Mm-hmm.
it would probably be either like the most funniest and fire album I've ever heard.
I don't know if I'd be interested in that.
I don't know if you'd be interested in Kendrick and
Well,
Eminem.
okay,
I don't know
so
about,
first
a,
off,
I don't
it's a
know
little-
about a full 12-song
Yeah,
album.
like I feel like
I
I'm
mean,
a little
just saying
biased.
like a duo album, just like even if it was like an EP, a 6-song track.
Yeah, just like a little sixer.
That I would
Yeah.
be more interested in, but to be honest with you, I like at this point in Eminem's career, I can't listen to a full Eminem album.
even
Can't do
with
it
Kendrick
anymore?
on it.
No,
If it was a fully duo,
that's
no,
I can agree with that, but
that's kind of
It's not a diss on. Here's another example. Okay,
you.
444.
You tried Music to Be Murdered By, and you just couldn't do it.
I can't listen to
is
the whole
that his
album.
newest? I didn't like
yeah.
that.
Music to Be Murdered By.
I liked Kamikaze better.
Music to Be Murdered By was great, and then then he did the B side, so it's like
Yeah.
a double.
It was
So,
okay.
for example, 444.
Sorry.
Jay-Z's last album was what was it?
I didn't really
Both of y'all
feel it
catching
either.
hands after this podcast.
Kamikaze was better in my
Scooby
opinion.
gonna die for his. But anyway, no. It's like 444, right? Jay-Z's last album it was only like 7 songs. I think if it was any longer than that, I think I probably would have tuned out. And I'm like one of the biggest Jay-Z stans, but I just don't want to listen to Jay-Z rap on a 14-song album, right? Like with Magna Carta Holy Grail, it was overdone. I didn't want to listen to all the songs. It's just it was overdone, man. Go back and listen to the album. You're like, there was a couple hits like Tom Ford is a hit. Made in America. Made in America.
Made in America is on Watch the Throne.
No, it's not.
I'm pretty sure.
No,
that-
okay.
then there's a-
So I'm thinking of. No, it's that. Twerk, Miley, 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 twerk.
I know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
but-
Yeah, that's not made in America. Though.
Okay, but it's an America something. But anyways,
Here's what I'll say.
here we go.
Here's what I'll say.
What you gonna say? Steve?
I don't think I could listen to an entire 13, 14 song Eminem album with no features. I feel
him
like
straight
he
up.
has to have features.
He's never had an album where he doesn't have features though.
Yeah, I know that. But like
I agree.
that's probably the only instance where I couldn't just listen to Eminem rap for 13, 14 songs straight and have no features.
Yeah, then I just
But-
rather get a Kendrick album. Which
But
we're getting
I
on
can
this.
still listen. But I can still. I feel like there are certain artists that I can listen to no features. J. Cole, Kendrick. The people.
Because they're still relevant and they're still in their prime. Eminem is out of his prime, and I don't want to listen to Kendrick Lamar having to carry.
That one, Somewhere in America.
Carrie
Yeah,
E.
somewhere in
Bynum.
America. I don't want to have to listen to Kendrick Lamar carry Eminem, and
Whoa,
that means
that's-
he would.
Harry.
Let's be honest, guys. Eminem is a
That's-
great
Harry.
guys.
He would have
Carrie
great lyrics.
Say
here we
Carrie.
go.
He would have great Eminem would write fantastic lyrics. He's always been a fantastic lyricist.
There we go.
I'm sure that's
Eminem-
not what he's saying. I'm just saying he's saying Kendrick is gonna come hotter than Eminem.
Nobody
Yes.
will carry.
And you're gonna wanna
Eminem.
hear Kendrick.
Nobody will
Ever.
carry
Guys.
Eminem.
Ever.
Here we
Nobody
go.
carries.
Here we
Eminem,
go.
Like ever.
Ever.
Hold
Guys,
We're not talking
Eminem.
about the lyrics.
on. I'm gonna die
Eminem-
on this hill. Yeah, nobody is gonna carry Eminem ever.
Eminem is not making songs.
Eminem will be.
Eminem is not making songs anymore, guys.
To say-
he's
he is.
rapping,
But to
he's
say
not
that
making
Kendrick
songs.
would carry him is such a fucking.
No, Kendrick would make the song. The whole concept of the song
still
would be
disagree.
based on what Kendrick wants to talk about, and Eminem is just going
would
to rap
write
on
some
it
really
because
like
no one's
dope lyrics for
interested
it.
about what Eminem has to say. They just want to hear him rap. But with Kendrick, we're interested about what he's going to say.
The
We want to
album-
know, hey,
my
what is
fantasy
this topic going
album
to be
though
about?
isn't that. It is more of like a love game type. Because you remember
Yeah.
Love Game? It was more of like.
But that's what I'm
spoofy
saying.
rap.
I don't want to listen to a whole album of spoofy.
You don't.
spoofy
I
rap.
do.
I want to listen to an album that is a trilogy of someone's life.
Stressing me the
Look,
fuck
I'm
out.
sorry
wanna-
for bringing this up. We're kind of getting off topic.
Like, I wanna
Let's
hear-
get back to Kendrick
I
May
want to hear.
13th album.
I want to hear an art piece, guys. I don't want to fucking hear just someone rippity rap and rhyme words,
Doing the good rhyming.
ride bed with head, and we all get amazed by it because there's a 50-year-old dude doing it. I don't give a fuck. This
He's been doing it a long time.
yeah, I'm
Let's
done.
be
All right,
fair.
well, let's talk about Mr. Moral and the Big Steppers. Because that's what Kendrick. That's what Kendrick's album's called.
First off, what does that mean?
Bro, it's gonna be
And
funky.
the Big
That's
Steppers.
what.
It's like you're saying. There's probably going to be a lot of features on it. And I think that actually proves that, he's starting his own
Wait, did
rap
he have a
group.
song called Moral Man or Mortal Man?
Mortal
Or-
Man.
Mortal Man.
Mortal. Okay. Okay. I was gonna say maybe we should go back and listen to that song.
That
and
was
maybe
the
there's
last song on his
Pimp a
Pimp a
Butterfly. Yeah. Mr. Moral and the Big Steppers. So obviously the Big Steppers are
He's doing what you
Bro.
predicted.
his new.
It sounds like it's gonna be funky, you guys.
I'm
the Big
here-
Steppers, that's a
honestly, I'm
throwback
here for
kinda
it.
name.
I think we're not going to get a lot of TDE artists. I don't think we're going to get any. Maybe a SZA course, but we're going to hear a lot of no-name artists. We're going to hear a lot of artists on there who we never heard of before. People who he's kind of been like, all right,
From
Keep it
LA.
in his pocket.
not just from LA. You got to remember Kendrick got roots in Chicago too.
I know that, but
So-
do you think he's going to bring the whole West Coast LA rap back
Yeah, do you think-
again?
LA rap is the king right now, though.
Who's putting on for LA right now?
What do you mean who's putting on for everybody in LA? Like if anybody in
I
LA,
can't think of anyone.
if
in
anybody
LA
in
right
LA
now,
drops
so
an album,
I'm
if
not-
Kendrick drops an album, it's going to do
But
numbers.
who
If
else in LA?
If Schoolboy drops an album, it's going to do numbers. It's going to do numbers over
But
what
you
anybody
just said
else
it's
doing.
the king of rap right now.
LA? Yes,
LA,
I'm saying if LA.
absolutely
I'm saying
not.
if LA puts out music at the same time Atlanta puts out music at the same time
Yeah,
Chicago
but the
puts out
fact is
music.
they're not right now, so LA doesn't rule. It's more of a southern rap, is what I would say is the king.
No.
Big crit.
Until Kendrick drops.
Okay, so I guess we have different perspectives of what
That's what I'm trying to
makes,
get you
what
to
makes
enlighten
Kingdom.
me.
So to me, what makes Kingdom is who has most precedent, right? It's not who is putting out the most content. Southern rappers have always been doing that. I mean, Gucci Mane came out of jail and dropped, I think he said 20 albums. We haven't heard all 20, but he's just putting out EP after EP after EP. That's just what Southern rappers do. No one's going to keep up with that, right? LA is a different beast, man. LA is all about quality. LA is bougie, right? LA is all about, look, if we're going to give you a product, it's going to hit. And it's not just going to be just music just to make you shake your ass and shit.
One point is that I can say is though, like, it can be forgettable if it doesn't put out content as much though.
It can't, because we're still
You
waiting.
say it can or can't. Sorry.
It can't, because we're waiting for it. We've been waiting for LA for a while,
You're absolutely right.
and that's what makes him king. Like we're not waiting for New York. New York is killing it. Honestly, I would say New York is second over.
You
over
know
Atlanta.
what who
I would say
why I disagree with that?
You know who I would say is who's over the South right now? You know who's really killing it? Chicago.
Oh, absolutely.
Chicago's doing their damn thing right now in the music business.
R.I.P. King Von.
R.I.P. And Lil Durk. God, man, talk about a turnaround of careers.
Honestly, I think that has to do with Drake, though. Honestly.
Yeah, but he took that and ran with it.
No, exactly. But Drake is like the reason that happened, though.
But think about how many songs Drake has been on with other people, and then you don't hear about these people other than the songs that he. Honestly, that's by the way, everyone, that's Drake's whole tactic, right? You know that he hops on songs with no-name artists because he's trying to reach their masses.
Fake.
So, anyways, and I'm not a Drake hater. I'm just telling how it is.
You just like your brother.
None of this endorsed by Drake.
I'm just saying. Speaking of Drake, well, let's talk about this Mr. Morrow and Big Steppers.
But real quick, I just want to say something going back to New York rap.
Yeah.
I don't even realize half the time that rappers are from New York, even when they're from New York, because it sounds so southern. That's all I got to say about that.
You know what?
I didn't know the ASAP Mob was from New York, honestly.
Oh, wow.
ASAP Rocky? I thought he was from, like, Georgia.
Really?
Yeah, he doesn't have that New York sound. When I think of New York, I think of Biggie. Even Joey Badass has that.
That died
Brooklyn.
a long time ago, and that's.
But that's what I like about Joey Badass is because I wish he would drop more music, by the way. But he has that New York flavor, accent, that old school style.
Yeah, and that's why New York rap died. New York rap died because it was lyrical miracle. It was. Hey, I'm gonna spit, and I'm gonna rhyme, and that's wasn't where music was at. Okay. You had to be innovative, and that's why the South was killing it, because the South was innovative.
They're switching the game up.
Yeah, and I hate to give this guy his flowers. Actually, I don't hate to give this guy his flowers because he deserves his flowers. But Soulja Boy is a prime example.
Okay, fuck that. No, that's where I stopped it.
That's it.
He's
Kendrick
a prime
Lamar
example.
album.
Cut the segment. It's
Call
done.
it.
We're not doing this.
I refuse. No, I'm not
Time
giving him
out.
flowers at
No,
all.
think about it, man.
Anyways, Kendrick Lamar. I'm not talking about
all
this.
right. Mr. Morrow and the Big
But
Steppers.
didn't Soulja Boy say Drake stole his like a lot of his shit?
So Mr.
From
Morrow
him?
and Big Steppers.
He's off this shit.
I refuse to talk anything about that man. So Mr. Morrow, Big Steppers.
It's coming out on the 12th.
13th.
13th.
Friday
like
the
that's-
13th.
I feel like that's. Oh, he's done that before.
That's a Friday the 13th. Exactly.
He's done that before. Are we going to get The Heart Part 5?
Oh man, nah.
And if he does drop The Heart Part 5, who's he dissing?
Everyone.
You think so? You think he's dissing the whole game?
The final diss.
I think he's
Kendrick
dissing
against the world.
I think
The
he's
one
dissing
diss
Drake.
to rule them
I
all.
think he'll.
You think we're getting another control verse?
Yes.
He's already given that. You know who he gave that?
10 times or so.
No, he gave us that on the
No, I
Baby
know.
Keem song.
Oh, really?
He did. I mean, listen to that lyric. Listen to those songs.
I'm not gonna. listen to
Okay,
lyrics.
hold on.
Yeah, if you want to play it, play it.
No, I'm gonna just pull it up.
We
Pull up the
technically
lyrics.
can't play it.
Yeah, because I gotta mute it in the.
We'd have to talk over it
Yeah.
to make it copyright
Well,
free.
I'd have to mute it when I
Sorry,
put
you
it
don't
in
know the
post.
lyrics. You just rap it.
But
Just start singing it,
Rap it
Brennan.
on the mic.
I'm just start.
Get it?
I think he's going to throw in a little shot at J. Cole, though. Especially if he's going to come out with his own group.
When he said
He's going to throw a shot at J. Cole.
He said, "Fuck
said something on top five.
smoking on your top fives.
Smoking on top five.
Oh, I did
Fuck
hear
your
that. Yeah.
album. Fuck that single.
Fuck your hard drives. Burn that shit."
Damn.
He's already calling people out, and I think he has to come out with a single before he drops it. He has to.
Kendrick is like 50 Cent in How to Rob. With some of the songs that he did. You remember when 50 Cent dropped How to Rob and
Yeah.
he dissed the whole game?
Yeah.
I think that's what Kendrick's about to do.
Yeah, I think we're due for it though, and I think we're due for it because right now hip hop is in my opinion, hip hop is in a really good place.
Yeah,
Hip hop to me right now is like the NBA. We have all like these young talent that are coming out. Think about it, bro. The NBA is flourishing with talent.
We literally talked about how boring the NBA is, though.
It's boring because it's
It's
all
more
shooting.
like the AFC West in football.
It's boring because it's all shooting threes, but it's still like flourishing. And I think rap is like that too because I feel like every sector of rap is doing their damn thing. I mean, shit, we just argued about who's the king of hip hop right now and what era. And to be honest with you, they're all doing their things. The South is doing their thing. The North is doing their thing. The Midwest has died. The Midwest died with Nelly or with Chingy. Matter of fact, damn. Give me what you got for a pork chop.
So we talked about Drake a little bit earlier. How do we feel about him dissing Pusha T?
It's a bait. He's not really like okay. So let's look at these lyrics, right?
Yeah.
So he says, "My urges for revenge are uncontrollable." It's a very, very Drake line, right? That's that cute thing he does, like, "Oh, guys, I'm so frustrated. Oh,
I'm upset.
I'm just so mad.
Yeah, it's so uncontrollable.
This is ridiculous.
He goes all Karen.
Yes, it's that the.
I need to see your
Oh my
manager.
God,
Drake's a
dude.
Karen of hip hop.
Yeah,
The
dude.
Karen of hip hop.
I love it.
Oh my god.
That's
Let's see.
perfect.
Let's go.
That's
Let's,
what we gonna
let's
call
dig
it.
in deeper. What else does he say?
My urges for revenge are uncontrollable. I know we're getting old enough, yeah, but I gotta get a nigga back for that. It's non-negotiable. It's not even debatable. All I hear is plug talk coming from middlemen. All I hear is tall tales coming from little men.
Is he taller than him?
You know what I don't like?
What? He's
I don't
used that
like
line
that.
before.
Well,
this a
no,
6'2"
not even
joke?
that.
What?
But I hate the fact that it took him so long just to even do that. That's like the whole when he was beefing with Meek Mill.
So, who was it? Kanye went on Drink Champs, and he was talking about Drake and his beef with Drake, or how Drake is smart about how he disses people, right? Like he'll diss you in a song, but then he'll be friends with all your, with your family members, with like people close to you and
Oh,
shit.
so he's Two-Face is what you
Okay.
Very.
Pusha T's album is coming out on the 22nd. I believe Jack Harlow's album is coming out like a week later. Okay. This verse is on Jack Harlow's song.
I thought this wasn't going to get released. Is it
wasn't
going to be
supposed to be released?
But you think it's going to be on there now?
This is what I think. I think Drake is a smart guy, and I think he knows that. Hey,
Did Drake
if I
leak
just
it?
Drake leaked it.
If I just do a little sprinkle in there.
Drake leaked it, guys. Come on, Drake leaked this song, and now it's talked about, right? So now we're all waiting for a Jack Harlow album,
Right.
and not a Pusha T album.
Not me.
So really, the diss isn't a lyrical one. It isn't. The diss is a pockets one. He's trying to come for Pusha T's pockets, right? Because there's been all this talk about this is the best album that's going to drop this year. Well, I don't know. I love Push, but Kendrick dropping is gonna be.
It's gonna put some
So
strife
those
on
of
that.
us,
This
those
Pusha
of us
T.
that waited
not
on
me.
that heard this verse
Yeah.
that heard like, are we waiting on a Pusha T album still? Because we're waiting to see if maybe he puts a reply on that
I
last
think
minute.
he is, honestly. I was just
I
going to
think
ask that.
I think he shouldn't.
Okay, I would
Here's why. Okay, so let's go back to Daytona.
puts it on the
Okay, on Daytona's last track,
bonus track.
he's dissing Drake, and he's not really dissing him. He's baiting him, just like this. My urges for revenge are uncontrollable. That's a bait. That's like saying like I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it.
I'm really gonna do it.
I'm gonna do like that's basically what he's saying, right? So if Pusha T bites, then now you're giving Drake the first reply.
Yeah.
And think of this like from a rap battle context, right? If you're in a rap battle, you don't want to be the guy who's going first. You want to be the guy who's replying to everything that they're saying. This is not a beat. This is not a diss.
Yeah, it hasn't
So-
really said anything.
Yeah, so this is just a bait to get Push to go first, and then whatever Drake says, everyone's going to listen to, and that's going to plummet his sales. If I'm Push, I'm just keeping it pushing. No pun intended.
Better not pushing me, push your T.
You know what I'm saying?
My urges.
Well, this is unrelated as we're coming into an end to simply how I think. I got a question for you, Scoop. It's more culinary.
I got answers.
Do you? It's very hard hitting. Not really, but 5 celebrities, dead or alive. Who would you like to cook for? Chef Scoop, and what would you cook?
Shit. Will Smith,
Dead?
Morgan
No,
Freeman.
I said
He
dead or
said
alive.
Dead or alive. Morgan Freeman, Denzel.
One has to be at least dead.
One has to be dead.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm changing it because you're giving me all alive people.
Oh, all right. Fair enough. Fair enough. All
You're
right.
coming to your cookout too.
Shit.
know?
Let me think. I'll give you my dead one later. Just for the sake of whatever, let's go ahead and throw in since we've been talking about music this whole time, I'm gonna throw in Kendrick because favorite rap saying that, and so I'll pick a dead artist or a dead somebody. Let's see who's died recently. somebody that I want to cook for.
It doesn't have to be recent. It could be-
You can cook for Prince. I heard he likes pancakes.
Prince, yeah, Michael Jackson.
Oh, that'd be
I would
dope.
cook for
There you go.
MJ. Yeah.
What would you cook?
What you cooking?
What would
I want appetizers. I want what you serving, the
Well-
main course.
The whole
Well,
shebang.
I mean, these are some of the greatest entertainers. You know,
It's got to be your best dish.
it's got to be my best dish. So I'm not gonna serve you up nothing cheap. You know what I'm saying? We'll do steak and lobster, or I might even go into the beef Wellington. You know, type shit. You know what I mean? Do something like that. And then so just as far as sides go, you do whatever. I always gotta serve the veggies, but we doing like the ratatouille vegetables. You know what I'm saying? We like the way they made it in the movie where you take the mandolin and you slice it, and you got the sauce over it and shit.
Oh, shit.
You know what I'm saying? And then
Okay.
and then we bringing out. If we doing desserts and shit, I'm not really a pastry chef, so I don't really know crazy desserts like that. But I have seen some shit where they'll make like the sugar sculptures. And shit. Like this, I'll bring out some fancy shit. You know what I'm saying? I'll learn, but yeah, I feel like that would be one of the greatest dinners of all time, just because you could just sit down with all these legends and have them spit game at you over dinner.
Well, you really get to hear them talk. I
Yeah.
wouldn't really be saying much. I'd be like,
I
just
want to
keeping
hear
game.
them spit game at me. Feel like, oh, you know what I'm saying? I cook you, I serve you dinner. You know what I'm saying? You teach me something,
Right.
and let's.
I would want a narration of the whole night by Morgan Freeman,
Yeah.
Yeah, he's on narration.
even as
duty.
he's chewing.
Yeah.
Nah, bro.
I would just hope someone talks some sense into Will while they're all there.
Talk some sense all about Jada. Leaving Jada?
It's not leaving. I never wish divorce on anyone's marriage. However, I do think Jada. I do think that Will has enabled Jada in a lot of ways, and I get it. Like she's her own person, even though they're married. However, I think there's things that are okay and there's things that are not okay, and I feel like I would never put my wife in a position where she was compromised. Where her character is now being compromised. And ever since Jada's opened her mouth, that's all that's happened with Will Smith.
But I was going to say, Jada kind of did that to herself, though, by saying all the shit that she said.
No, Jada is not canceled. Will Smith is canceled. Will Smith can't go to the Oscars for 10 years.
Which is very unfortunate,
Jada,
in my opinion.
Jada can go.
Like I said, I think that's very unfortunate that Jada is not canceled because she's the reason.
Yeah, everyone's talking about Will Smith. No one's really talking. Us, the fans, are talking about Jada, but all these celebrities are. Will Smith has to get back his Oscar. Will Smith, what he did was just, this reminds me of young Will Smith. I remember working with him back in the day, and everyone's bringing out all these stories, but then nothing about Jada. Jada gets to go on her red table talk and spill some more tea about how shitty Will Smith is in bed. Like, this is fucked up.
Like the moment you tell me or you say to the public, I never wanted to marry you.
That's fucked up.
That's immediately we done.
That's
okay.
wild.
All right.
Yes.
On like in person to a counselor or marriage counselor, sure, but on to the whole world.
To the world, yeah.
And
They shouldn't have taken away Will Smith's reward, but
They didn't.
But they shouldn't have let him come on and do some fake ass sorry speech. That they
That-
should
that
have.
I
He technically didn't say sorry.
They should. He didn't say sorry. He said sorry to everyone but Chris Rock.
Honestly, what
They should have pulled him
what
off
they
stage.
should have, what they should
once
have
he
did.
slapped him.
What they should have did was, yes, they should have removed him completely from the event, right?
Mm-hmm.
They give him his award, but he doesn't go up there and he doesn't receive it, right? That is already a disciplinary action. But now they have to really lay down the hammer.
Because now it's this
everyone's-
like afterwards thing where they're like, "Oh, look, we're trying to punish him."
right. And then we'll kind of end it here. I did have one more question for you, and we'll try to cut that one real short.
All right.
But like my whole beef too is that she never actually apologized for cheating on him. She told her story why she did it. She also explained why Will Smith was making her unhappy, but she never actually apologized. Will Smith apologized for making her unhappy, but she never did. I have one more question for you, and then we'll end it here. Now, you were on episode 1 of Shit Talk,
I was.
which you guys have all seen. And we've had a conversation off camera about a particular woman not dating.
Oh
Men who do
yeah, you told me
podcasts.
about this.
Story time.
I got to hear that story. Or at least, because that's some fucked up shit.
I'll give you the abbreviated version. So, yeah, I've been on this podcast. You guys have seen me before.
No, technically, we haven't seen you.
Well,
We've heard you.
Yeah, you heard me before.
Got
All
him.
Well, you see me now, goddammit.
Got him. Got him.
So I'm
sorry.
I'm talking to this girl, and we're not like dating. We're just talking about, we're in the talking phase, right?
Yeah.
This is a chick
And-
you was just talking to?
Yeah. So
I didn't know that.
So we were just talking, and flirting back and forth, blah 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 blah. And I had posted something on Snap, and she had commented on it, and then she was like, Raj had sent me the link for the podcast, the episode 1, so I could post it, and she hits me up in the inbox, says, "Oh, you're in a podcast?" And I was like, "Not well, I don't." She said, "You have a podcast?" I was like, "No,
Right.
it's my cousin's podcast. I'm just on it from time to time.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm a guest on it." And she was like, "Oh," and she was like, "Do you?" She was like, "How do you feel about women with OnlyFans?"
Because that was one of the topics.
That was, yeah. And I was just like, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Get your money however you will.
Yeah.
She says, also, she's like, oh, that's good to know. Also, I'm not really interested in talking to a guy on with a podcast. And she was like, but I wish you the best of luck. I was like,
I was just looking for a reason.
I was like, what? That's crazy. But at the same time, I didn't want to dive deeper into it. So I was just like, you know what? I don't want to talk to you
do.
because you seem
I know. I wish you would've
You
gave me
seem
her
like a
number.
weird ass.
Ask her to be
man.
on this. I want to know her name. I want her to on this because I got questions.
that shit
Yeah,
was
let's
fucking
call her
crazy.
on and talk about this.
Yeah, let's talk. Why don't you fuck with men with podcasts? What's your issue?
What happened?
What is it? The voice that
Who
we heard?
hurt you?
Right.
No, I'm curious. Like, I really want to ask
It
these
has to
I
questions.
know. I
be a
wish
bad
I dove
past.
deeper into it, but at the time, I was like, you know what? I don't need this in my life.
Bro.
That's crazy
Bro,
energy right
you
there.
have to
Bit
message
swerve.
her back. I want to
That's
see-
beta. That's beta female energy.
I want to see if she will literally come on just so we can talk about this.
Yeah.
Maybe call into the show.
Yes. Even if it was just like a little phone interview or
Yeah,
whatever.
just
Right.
like, could you tell us what did he do to you? What did that podcaster
hurt you?
do? Yeah, who hurt
Who
you?
hurt you?
Did it?
Fucking ridiculous.
I
But
gotta figure.
anyways, yeah.
I gotta figure out how to do that. Matter of fact, call in.
Call
guests.
in to
Yeah,
them.
I think we can figure it out.
If you get a Skype number, you can.
It's just
Just have it as the-
FaceTime.
no, I swear I can link through.
You
this.
could,
screen
if you
recording.
get a number on Skype, and then you can have people call it.
We'll figure it. We'll definitely figure it out. All right. Well, this has been a fucking good episode. Hella fun. Lots of topics.
Absolutely.
Finally got to see Scooby's face. Got
That
Jody back.
beautiful mug.
Got Jody back
Look
with
at
the
that.
fro as well.
Look at that smile.
Yeah. Just tune in. Share the shit. Like it.
Share
Hit
it, like, comment, subscribe, all of it. Ring the bell, notification.
Yep. And if there's anything y'all just want us to hear or y'all just want us to talk about, please send it our way and we will share our opinions on it because that's what we do here.
Follow the Instagram, The Arctic House on IG. Follow the TikTok, The Arctic House.
Yeah, we be posting some shit on TikTok.
We do.
So,
It's on there.
and we might do some other shit on TikTok too. Who knows?
You might get Cousin P doing a dance. He might be shaking his ass.
Ladies.
Don't let me play Maxwell.
Oh my god! What the fuck?
You know what I'm talking
What the
about.
fuck is Maxwell?
You're gonna learn today.
A woman's work. You
Nigga,
remember
who
that
shakes
song?
their ass to woman's worth?
I didn't say shake it. I'm just
gonna
saying.
shake
You know what
your
I'm
ass
talking
to
about when I bring
Pretty
this
Wings?
up.
Could you imagine someone twerking to fucking?
Come on, you know what I'm talking about when I bring this up.
Nigga, I don't know what you're fucking talking about. The hell are you talking?
You don't remember that time in high school?
You don't remember
remember
that one
that time in
time?
high
Hey, we gotta hear that story
about?
next week.
Fucking know what you're talking about,
You about to
guys.
hear that story after we cut.
I'm being.
Oh, that'll keep it. That'll make the
Strip
audience.
Apprentice came out that
It's
day.
gonna piss the audience off.
Anyways,
we want to hear.
That is never
Anyways,
fucking
let's go.
happened. Anyways, this has
He's
been
capping.
shit talk.
He's not cousin P. He's stripper
He's
P.
hella capping. Simply how I think. Episode 3. Good night.
Noidy, deuces.